ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming, but we are finally here. Season 4 of the Fab 5 Bettors Podcast, presented by the Fab 5 Bettors Discord. The whole gang is here. All 5 members of the Fab 5 is here. It's been a while. It's been a minute. I guess we're going around the room and pretty much explaining where we all been at because we've been MIA. So, yeah, we kind of have to give you the update, I guess,
I'll go first. So, teaching, coaching, run the story back. Been doing some work with Pub, shout out to them. But yeah, that's about it, really. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. And the streets need us back. The streets need us
back, man. He's not lying. The streets need us back. I personally have been doing the same thing that I've always been doing. I've been streaming on Twitch. I've been working. So nothing has really changed with me. Anybody else would like to give their update?
Working. I've been fucking doing a fuckload for Pub, doing all different shit for college football out here. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of college football shit. So your boy's been working.
Ryan?
I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the Atlantic City trip from earlier.
How was that trip?
Oh my god, it was a blast. It was so much fun.
Listen, I'm just glad that no one got into a fight this time.
Hey,
every time we go down there, someone always, either me or Joey almost ends up swinging on somebody.
Gabe and I had the pleasure of meeting Danny. We met Billy, 2 others that work with Joey in Pub Sports. That was fun. Gabe and I decided to stay in the wrong tower in Tropicana. We had to walk fucking 10 miles to get anywhere we needed to get to, but here we are. That was fun.
Saturday night was extremely fun.
Saturday night was a great time.
I won't talk about what Ryan said. That's gonna be saved for later on.
Yeah, that'll be later on.
That's later.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Cornbread, if you're here, an update on your life?
Oh, same shit. Had another little one.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh, you got 2 now, don't you?
Cornbread has added a new addition to the family, man. But we haven't really seen Cornbread literally
3 times last year. Yeah,
literally, Cornbread added a new addition to the family a year ago. So that is always a celebration moment. But we haven't been here, so it's just like
no kidding.
Literally, so it's just we've all have our schedules and. Sometimes our schedules just don't align together, but when we're able to get together,
got it.
Exactly. When we're able to get together, we're gonna get together. We're gonna make it happen. So now that we got that out the way, I mean, I guess we can briefly talk about the main sports that were on while we were gone. I mean, Major League Baseball has been a shit show.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what you clarify as shit show.
Zach Wheeler's out for the year.
Yeah, we just saw that, bro. You guys might lose the division series. If you get there.
No, we suck.
No. The Mets suck.
Yeah,
what else is new?
I watched Juan Soto go 0 for 5 the other day. I thought that was hilarious.
Aaron Judge is apparently not going to play the outfield the rest of the season. Kill me.
Aaron Judge is finna lose MVP to Cal Riley, who's batting like 250.
I will say, Cal Riley's had a hell of a year. He's got what? Is he up to 50? Has he hit 50 home runs yet? Or is he at like 47?
He's at like 47, 48.
Well, because I know in the National League, Schwarber's leading the league now, right?
Yeah, Schwarber's just sending shit into orbit.
Oh God.
The NBA, Oklahoma City Thunder are NBA champs.
Thank God.
I mean, to surprise of no one in my personal opinion.
Seriously, what the fuck?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just received a major payday.
Just
a week after the finals.
Well, they locked down him and Chet too, didn't they? Didn't they pay Chet? as
Yeah.
well.
And
Yeah.
Williams.
So they pretty
They
much
will.
have their main core for the next like 3.5 years, at most 4. So that's always a good thing to see. Damian Lillard's back in Portland.
To the surprise of nobody.
CP3 is
John
back
Wall
in.
retired.
Yeah, John Wall just retired 2 days ago. Derrick Rose is getting his number retired
Thank
in
God.
January 24th next
About
year.
time. Good for D Rose.
Let's see what else happened.
He's a major what could have been.
Chris Paul's in his final season.
He's back in LA with the Clippers, right?
Back with the Clippers. So
What else?
What else happened?
Did we miss anything with like the Lakers or anything? Oh, Jonathan Kuminga has not been traded yet.
Yeah.
Which is a little. I said he hasn't been traded yet.
I don't think he did. I was like,
Which is a
shit.
little surprising because everyone thought he was going to be the one that was going to go somewhere. Draymond Green is somehow still playing basketball. Don't ask me
Yeah, he's
how.
still playing basketball. You know.
You could get paid yet?
Luka lost a lot of weight. Luka looks great.
KD went to where the hell is KD now, Gabe?
Yeah, KD went to Houston.
Oh yeah. Well, is he with Harden?
No.
What is Harden?
Harden's still the Clippers.
Harden's in LA still.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I do want to speak on that trade just briefly though.
Which one?
We're being completely the Kevin Durant trade that sent him to Houston.
Hang on. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna pull it up so I can actually see.
Gabe, I guess I'll start with you since you know a little bit about it. Do you think that Houston made the right choice with the win now mentality and going to get Kevin Durant?
I'll be very honest with you. No, I would have never made the trade. I you know what really kills me about this whole situation is that what is he 37, 38?
Yeah.
He's in the same role as LeBron is in, where they only have 1 or 2 years that they're actually going to be good.
Yeah.
Before they fall off a cliff.
That's fair.
I don't know why you're going to a team with a bunch of young players. I don't understand it. I don't think he wants to win. I think he wants to ball out, have fun, which is nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like, especially for him, legacy-wise, his best years in the league was when he was on the most stacked team in NBA history. So you would think that, you know what, let me go to a team that can actually win, right? That can actually compete, and where I'm going to be the main guy, because no matter where he goes, he's the best player on any team. Let's not get twisted. And prove that I can win it by myself.
Yeah.
I don't think that move does anything for the Rockets.
Nope.
I'm one of the.
I mean, they got Clint Capella back too.
That's a backup.
Yeah,
center.
but you dish off Jalen Green, like that would have been a great piece to have for Kevin Durant.
Yeah. However,
I feel like it just kills Houston in the future.
I agree.
Hang
on.
Like Gabe said, though, you only got maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 years left for Kevin Durant, and then Kevin Durant falls off a cliff, or he just says, I'm done. I did all I could, and I retire. Simple.
I would argue, and I'll make the argument because I think it's valid looking at the trade. I think the Suns arguably won the trade. So here's what. Obviously, it was a 7-team trade with assets and players and everything going every which way. The Suns got Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick, which turned into Kaman Malawak, the number 31 pick, which turned into Rasheer Fleming, the number 41 pick, which is Kobe Bryant, who's nice. I don't know who the hell Daquan Plowden is, excuse me. And then they got a 2026 second and a 2032 second. You've got Malawak, you've got Fleming, you've got Bryant. That's a decent rookie class by itself. Forget Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, who you already added.
Yeah.
Well, who's playing?
By the way, a 2032 second-round pick is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about someone who's in
It's like somebody who's like a
grade,
6th, 7th grade. Yeah.
All right.
We're talking about a 6th grader right now. That's nuts that they can trade that far out.
Cool, but just a little nugget to throw in for you. The Hawks got David Roddy out of the deal.
Yeah, they did. That's crazy.
Hooper. That dude's a hoop.
The question I have for y'all. Hold on. The question I have for y'all is, if you're Devin Booker, what are you doing? Are you trying to get up out of Phoenix?
I am.
Or
I would.
Or are
You
you-
nuts? Hell yeah.
I think that Devin Booker, if Devin Booker is smart, it could go either one or two ways. He could just stay in Phoenix and kind of rot.
He gonna be the guy?
Or in my opinion, I mean, granted, he's going to be the guy. I think
Yeah.
that's what Phoenix really wanted when they first drafted him in the first place. They wanted him to be the guy. But, it's just my thing is with Devin Booker is that Devin Booker has the it factor to be the guy.
Yeah,
He's
of
just
course
not
he does.
consistent. He's not consistent.
The consistency.
I think once he builds that consistent factor, I think he'll be okay. But I feel like him being the guy, him being the ball handler, him being the number one, I don't think it's going to work. So I just think he genuinely needs to go somewhere to where he doesn't have to run the offense, where he doesn't have to handle the ball.
Yeah.
That way you can get yourself in spots. That way you can get in spots to where you can score efficiently, because having to run an offense and trying to get to your spot and get your buckets at the same time, sometimes it just does not work. And me personally, Devin Booker's not a run the offense, run the floor type of guy. He's trying to get a bucket every time he comes down the floor.
Damar, if you go by that way, I know this probably doesn't happen, but you're talking about when Durant was on a super team with the Warriors and all that shit. If you really want to do some fucking damage, this has assets for years and young talent that you can throw in. If I'm the Thunder, we got all these draft picks. We'll give you that young point guard that's coming overseas.
No.
I don't need a point
Hell
guard.
no.
Stop.
No.
No.
But hold on, though. I understand where he is coming from.
They have 2 young point guards. They can give up one of them. They got assets they can do. It's like, we'll give you these young. Y'all are in a rebuild. We can give you like 4 to 5 first-round picks. We can give you a young point guard, either the international or Wallace. They got young assets to be like, y'all really want to build your future. We got the picks. You write the picks down, pick your point guard, boom.
Iowa State down
I
Kansas.
understand where he's coming from with that.
Iowa State takes down Kansas State 24-21 to open the college football season.
Those play calling early for trash, though.
Also, I'm going to throw this out there. I know nobody's going to give a fuck. Up next on ESPN is Modern Day and St. Thomas Aquinas. I will be watching high school football. Thank you.
I just college football, goddammit.
W. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the moment that we are all here for today. In less than 2 weeks, starting on Thursday night,
September
the 4th.
Let's go.
At 7:20 p.m. Central, the NFL season is officially underway.
Central Time
when the Dallas Cowboys head to Philly to take on the defending Super Bowl champs, the Philadelphia
undisputed
Eagles. So it's time for our NFL season preview because
I love it.
Granted, it's about time that we do one. So
yeah, seriously.
Let's go. So the way the sheet list is broken down, we're going division by division.
Oh,
he fucking had to.
Hey, it's Coop the Gene, baby.
Oh,
hey, look, man, Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, that's right. You're an Eagles fan now. You fuck.
There we go. Yes, I have converted. Joey has gotten me to convert.
Bro.
I am a.
That sounds wrong.
I am a winner. I am a winner now.
You were a winner before.
You
just didn't want to have to deal with Aaron Rodgers.
And it feels great to be a winner. All right.
Vocabulary.
Right. I don't speak of that name. That name does not get spoken.
Fucking winner at all levels.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. So the way the sheet list is broken down for the show today, it's division by division. We're covering the AFC first. Of course, obviously each team has their own storyline that going into the season.
Amen.
So
it's about time, we go ahead and just, break it down and, pretty much just.
Before we get started, also, some people were complaining last year that we didn't talk about fantasy football.
We'll get that at the end.
Well, as the conversation dictates, we'll talk about fantasy football.
That's fair.
And if you got two ears and you can listen, as I always tell my kids that I teach, you'll hear the answer that you want to hear.
Yeah, so we'll sneak it in there. We'll sneak it in there. But if you listen, you'll hear it. But if you don't listen, you won't hear it. That's just it.
Right.
All right, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Starting in the good old AFC East with, I think, who was the
Bills.
Who's this first
Bills.
team?
Oh no, the Jets. The Jets.
Yeah. So the Jets, have they found their head coach? Now, obviously, Robert Saleh is officially out of a job.
Gone.
And who's the new coach now?
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn
Came over as the former defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator from the Lions.
Okay, so Aaron Glenn is officially in the head coaching job for the New York Jets. Obviously, the Jets have had flashes of being good and being absolutely terrible in the last couple of seasons. Of course, capping off, with the whole short-lived Aaron Rodgers era.
Whip.
But the question is, obviously, because at first the coaching situation was a bit iffy, but have the Jets officially found their head coach? I'll start with Joey, because Joey, I would like to hear your point, because he is a defensive guy, defensive coordinator from the Lions. The Lions had one of the best defenses in the league last year. Have they found the coach?
I do believe they did. And one thing I do like the situation that he got into is the Jets are strong defense. With Gardner, excellent pass rushers, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Quentin Williams. They got guys. They got fellas on that defense. Mm-hmm. What the offense is going to look like. I know they brought in Justin Fields. Mm-hmm. It'll be a prove-it year for him. If he do something with, reunites with Garrett Wilson, two good running backs with Breece Hall and Jalen Allen, a young O-line that's definitely going to be a question on the AFC, but I do be the coach. Even if, let's say, he doesn't work, guess what? They're going to have a loaded QB class and so-coming class coming up. But that's a whole nother we can get to. But, yeah, I think Glenn's a guy. He's a hard-working dude, and from what I see, Reese looks like it's definitely surrounding him and doing the overall support for him.
So I guess I will ask the two rivals of the AFC East fans first. Ryan, your Dolphins, and then Cornbread with his Patriots. I'll start with you, Ryan, because obviously, granted, I guess I could start with the more successful team, I guess, in the last couple of years. But hey, don't shoot the messenger. So with your Dolphins and having to face the Jets twice a year, and now that the Jets have the coach that they could have been possibly looking for, what is there to expect when it comes to these two meetings whenever you two face off?
Okay, so well, I think it's going to depend on what do you get out of Justin Fields, because I think if you look at the roster, which I have here in front of me, still got Garrett Wilson, still got Tyler Johnson. You bring in Josh Reynolds. You draft Arian Smith. You've got Alan Lazard for whatever that's worth. Your offensive line's fine. You draft Mason Taylor, who right now is listed as a starting tight end, which is fine. I'll go into the fantasy implications of this in a second, but you've got Breece Hall that you're hoping can kind of give you a little more than he did last year. I mean, he had his peaks and valleys like every other running back in the NFL. And then you've got Braylon Allen behind him, which is also fine. I mean, it's how do you suit the offense to fit Justin Fields, because that's really what it comes down to. Is it's not you're not necessarily fitting him to the offense. You're fitting the offense to him and his play style with the way he plays. I mean, hell, we've seen this from Justin Fields come out of Ohio State. Decent arm, mobile legs, can run the football. My issue with him, and about half of the other quarterbacks in the fucking league, is they just take that extra half second of either brain freeze or their feet don't move, and they get sacked. Now, the young offensive line, I love it. You draft Armand Membo. You've got Elijah Vera Tucker. You've got Joe Tippmann. You've got John Simpson. You've got my boy Olu Fashanu from Penn State. This is a good offensive line. Is it young? Yes, but it's good. If you can keep him upright, I mean, there's no reason why Garrett Wilson can't have a 1,000-yard season. There was no reason why Breece Hall can't. I mean, presuming they keep him involved in the passing game like they did last year. They should be okay. I gotta pull up this. I have this. I just looked at the schedule to start the season. You open against Pittsburgh at home. You host Buffalo week 2. You go to Tampa week 3. You stay in Florida to host Miami week. You stay in Florida to play Miami week 4. You come home and play Dallas week 5. And then you play Denver week 6. That doesn't feel good, does it? That doesn't feel good, does it, Mark? Theoretically,
I'm not a fan of that at all.
you maybe you start 2-4.
At
Maybe.
Most, maybe
You pick up a win. You maybe pick up a win in Miami in week 4, and then maybe try and. I don't even know if they squeak by Pittsburgh anymore in week 1.
Right.
But like that Buffalo, Tampa, Miami stretch isn't fun. And then having to play, at least you host Denver in week 6 instead of having to go out there. But, like the schedule's not ideal to start the season.
I think that's an international game.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah,
The Denver game is. The Denver game
the Denver
is.
game, yeah.
They got lucky.
Yeah.
So Cornbread, passing the question off to you, what are you to expect when it comes to these two meetings this year?
Well, I mean, historically, the Patriots own the Jets, so I mean, there's something to be said there. I mean, like Ryan was saying, I think that Justin Fields is going to be the biggest question mark. I mean, in his 6 games that he played with the Steelers though last year, he wasn't horrible. You know, he did all right with what he had for sure. Not that the Steelers were bad, but I mean, you go from a game plan that's made for Russell Wilson to Justin Fields. Obviously, that's not easy to do, but no, there's a lot of weapons there.
Russell
There's
Wilson's with the
opportunity.
Giants, not with the Jets. Or
No,
with the
last
Giants.
year when
He's talking about last year.
Oh yeah.
my thing is, I mean, the ownership. It just depends on what the ownership's going to be like. If you have all those debacles, all those distractions, you know, in New York, of course, you got a big media town, but like, I think that's one of the biggest things is what are they going to let Aaron Glenn do? Because it already sounds like when they had Robert Saleh, that wasn't necessarily his team. So
Do we know if Aaron Glenn calling the defense as well, or is he just letting his coordinator do his thing? Did we ever get that figured out? Had they figured that out yet?
I don't know.
Because if I'm gonna say this, I would much rather, and this is just me as a defensive, like, it's just kind of as a guy who, like, obviously offensive coaches, defensive head coaches, it's different. But like, I would much rather have a defensive guy let the offensive coordinator handle the play calling on the offense, just because, I mean, fuck, you're a defensive guy. And maybe let you, like, handle the fucking defense or whatever. I don't know. Cornbud, you can keep going. Sorry to cut you off there.
no, you're good. I mean, that was basically it. I mean, obviously, like you brought up, there's only a 1-year contract for Justin Fields, and there's a pretty decent first round talent of quarterbacks out there. I mean, there's a lot of projections of like 6 quarterbacks going in the first 15 picks right now.
Has anyone? I know we're not even at week 1 yet. Has anyone looked at Tankathon yet to see where they're projected to pick at the end of the season?
I think it's the same.
I was thinking probably top 5 somewhere. Now, granted, you can probably go out and get a starting quarterback and be okay if you want to draft one. Shit, but like,
I mean, you're gonna be catching guys like probably like Nussmeier in that 10 to 15 range potentially. Don't know what his season's gonna look like, but
yeah.
you know, barring anything crazy, I don't see this team going over by any means.
No, they won't. They won't go over. They're too good, I
That
think, to go over.
defense is solid enough where you're not going to see that. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know. The AFC East is the
Well,
pretty
shit. They
wide
paid
open
fucking.
right now.
Didn't they pay Sauce Gardner a healthy amount of money?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, well deserved. Good for him. But like,
All right. Moving on with the Jets. Of course, the next team that we have on the sheet is the Miami Dolphins. How could we ever forget? But the question is, where shall Tyreek Hill land within the next week and a half before the season begins? Of course, Gabe, we've talked about this recently and where Tyreek Hill should do or should go. But now I pose the question, where does he go? Where is he needed, should I say?
Kansas City.
That's what I'm thinking.
stop.
Kansas City.
No.
He goes to Kansas City.
They
Him,
still
Rasheed
won't win a
Rice?
Super Bowl.
I mean,
Is he hurt
I
or is
mean-
he suspended?
okay,
No,
so
he's
Rasheed,
not suspended yet.
Not
He's
yet.
not
active.
yet. Not yet.
He hasn't
Nah,
hit any of his girlfriends yet.
Wow.
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 That's
Damn.
staying in
Nah,
the video because it's
he-
actually
he's-
true.
He's active though. As of right now, he is active. He
Okay.
shows as active in fantasy. But Kansas City, okay, I don't hate that. I personally just feel like I think
The Bills.
this is really just a waste of the Bills. I wouldn't hate that either.
Ooh. Even being a Dolphin fan, him being on my team right now, I kind of don't hate that.
I wouldn't hate that.
But
But I just feel like Tyreek Hill is on the short end of the stick of where the famous saying comes in, the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Amen.
I mean, he tried to go get some more money, which, granted, I don't blame him. He's like 31 going on 32,
Yeah, I think
setting
so.
setting himself up and his family and his kids for the future. But obviously,
Yeah, if his
I just
apartment
feel
would
like-
stop burning down in Florida, he'd be all right.
right. But
He
I
said,
just
like-
feel like, obviously, I think in my personal opinion, I think it becomes to a point where
Yeah.
you knew what you were signing up for by going somewhere else. Granted, it's not your fault because Kansas City didn't really have the money to pay him because they just paid Patrick Mahomes that $500 million contract. So
Did they
there
not
was no
have
way-
the money to pay him, or did they not want to pay him? Because I
No,
heard both sides
they-
of the story.
It's a mixture of they didn't have the money to pay him, and if they did have the money to pay him, they were still going to let him walk.
Yeah, that's fair. Because
So
they could.
it's just like, like at that point you just got to deal with it. But in my opinion, Tyreek Hill, he took the money, of course, obviously, but at the end of the day, I think he's starting to realize that the money was the money worth it? Yeah, a little bit, absolutely, especially when you're thinking family wise, it was definitely worth it. But you haven't won anything in the last 2-3 seasons of you being in Miami, dude.
Nope.
When are you going to? What's next?
Yeah.
Something's got to give. The quarterback situation isn't getting any better.
Nope.
Two is one more concussion from being absolutely done with football,
Yep.
in my personal opinion. And I hate to say that because I love Tua. Tua's
He was so
Bama
good when he came out of Bama. He was so good.
Tua's a Bama boy. I love him dearly.
Yeah.
But
Way that Tua keeps getting hurt. Of course, I think Tua was definitely the better player. Way Tua keeps getting hurt. It was like how David Carr got hurt with the Texans. They never gave him no fucking legit offensive line outside of Armstead.
yeah.
Oh, talk.
All right. Now I feel like this next team is.
Hang on.
What?
Can I speak my piece on my football team really quick?
They're
ahead,
a team
bro.
ahead.
Can I just kind of lay out the blueprint for the season?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So,
Crazy, that's going to be 4-13.
hey now, you shut the fuck up. This isn't your team. I don't need to hear shit from you, bitch.
Damn.
Regardless, yeah, truthfully, I'll just speak on the Tua thing for 2 seconds. I don't think he stays past this year in Miami. Regardless, the defense got rebuilt. The entire secondary is fucking injured, which sucks. We picked up Minka. Congratulations. We'll see if it helps. We drafted Kenneth Grant. Yay! We drafted Jonas Savanaya. Yay! If this team goes 500, my expectations, this team goes fucking 500 this year. That's my fucking expectations. If we go 500, if we do less than 500, will I be surprised? No. But Joey, your boy, Jalen Wright, is listed at number 2 right now on the depth chart. By the way. And your other boy, Devon Chaney, needs to stay on the field.
Yeah, he's a little.
I'm expecting 500. That's all I got. I'm expecting 500.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The stint of the Mac Jones era is officially dead.
Thank God.
It's been dead, but it is officially dead because now Drake May this is officially Drake May's team.
This is his second year in the league.
Yeah,
second year.
So,
But this is officially his team.
His team.
I guess Cornbread, I guess we'll ask you.
Oh God.
Is now with the addition of Stephon Diggs at receiver and Drake May as the quarterback, and they also I think they added Carlton Davis in that secondary from Detroit. Getting some good additions, pairing him with Christian Gonzalez is always a good thing. But with those two additions, are the Patriots officially playoff bound this year?
I don't see it at all, honestly.
Whoa!
The offensive line still has some pretty big question marks. Will Campbell has not been, blowing the doors off of my expectations.
He's a rookie.
Who's that guy from? Who's the guy from Georgia that they're playing center?
You talking about Garrett
that
Bradley?
offensive. Yeah. We're gonna have the same issues with the offensive line once again. Doesn't matter how many weapons. Doesn't matter if you bring Steph Diggs. You didn't really do anything with tight end, and you got Austin Hooper, and you got.
You got Hunter Henry, which is fine.
Yeah, this tight end room would have been good 5 years ago, but I mean, the defense is rebuilt. There's going to be a lot of kind of just like last year, a lot of one-score game losses. So
they also brought in Harold. Landry too.
Well, they got a pretty tough schedule, so I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say because I don't have playoff expectations. I would be pleasantly surprised. But.
I don't either personally, but the way I see it, I think it's going to be a battle for fourth between y'all and the Dolphins. But I do think y'all edge out the Dolphins mainly due to you don't know if Tua is going to stay healthy or not, and all the injuries that they're having even before fucking week 1. You never know, but I do like the upside of Drake May. I love how y'all brought Frable. I do think you're going to give him time to actually build the team up properly. Will Campbell, like I said, you're going a little bit overboard because I think Will Campbell is going to be a good pro for y'all.
I think he's going to be fine.
Will Campbell's a dog. Don't disrespect him like that.
I don't think he'll be bad. I just don't think if you don't have anybody strong next to him, you don't have a great interior offensive line where, with a lot of nose tackles in the league, he's going to be facing some difficult edge rushing, but they're not going to be the ones who are getting closer on sacks. That's for sure.
Do any of you know who the backup quarterback is in the Patriots room? Joey, you should know this.
It's no longer Joe Milton.
No, because he's in Dallas.
Yeah.
And he's a piece of shit.
Oh.
Okay.
However,
Travis Hunter was going to be a Patriot if it weren't for him having a Week 17.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's Josh Dobbs.
Oh, Josh.
As far as the Patriots making the playoffs, I can see it.
Well,
but it's going to come down. I can see it.
It's funny enough. You have in our write-up in the Discord, which if you click the link in bio, you can join for free. To make the playoffs, your number one listed team is the Patriots at 164.
There's a shot.
Hang on.
There's a shot.
So Yeah, you know where that shot is? It's right in the middle of that schedule. Week 6, 7, 8, and 9 is your sweet spot. Because week 6, you go to New Orleans. Week 7, you go to Tennessee. We'll see what Cam Ward is by that point. Week 8, you host Cleveland. And week 9, you host Atlanta. Like, that's your 4-game stretch. If you can go 4-0 in that stretch, you might make the playoffs. Now, granted, the upper part of that schedule is also not awful. You host Vegas week 1, go to Miami week 2, host Pittsburgh week 3, host Carolina week 4. If you can go 3-1, like I'm thinking best case scenario for New England.
2-2, though.
Well, I'm thinking you beat I'm thinking you beat Carolina and beat Vegas. Well, I don't know if you beat Vegas. Max Cosme might be coming for that ass all day long.
I mean, it'll be yeah, you have no idea what you're going to see from Vegas, but
the back end of the schedule is also not awful. It's Tampa Bay, New York, Cincinnati, and oh wait, hang on, that's up until the bye week, and then the Giants, and then oh god, you finished the season. Your bye week's week 14, so that's good for you guys. You have a late bye week, and then you finish the season with Buffalo, Baltimore, New York, and Miami. Say what now?
And that's the thing is they're plus 150 to make it, but that's the thing. You look at these schedules, and every single team that you're talking about that you're saying they have a chance, that team's saying literally the same exact thing about the Patriots.
Yeah, of course they are.
So it's the thing where, like, I don't see a lot of guaranteed wins on that schedule. I could see a lot of hard-fought wins and good for building into the next year. But like I said, I would be pleasantly surprised. It just depends on how weak the Dolphins are and how weak the Jets are. If they could sneak out 3-4 divisional wins, then we might be talking something.
That's fair.
That's halfway. But moving on. Everyone's favorite team.
Fucking kill me, everyone's favorite team. Fuck you.
The Buffalo Bills.
Everyone's least favorite team, you mean?
Is it time for them to blow it up? I'm going to start with Mar. If they fall short again, do you blow it up?
Yes. I'm going to tell you why. Because I have probably seen, I think we've all probably seen this Buffalo Bills team get progressively worse by the season.
Worse?
Worse.
Yes.
I see where you're coming from. I understand it now. Yes.
Roster-wise.
Yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Progressively worse.
Absolutely.
You went from having
the best secondary in football, too.
You had one of the better upside secondaries in football. You had you got it all. You got it all. And then slowly, season by season by season, you have lost everything that you had gotten.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is that this team is a winning team, but are you a winning team when it matters? No, you are not. You are not a winning team when it matters.
Because you keep running into Kansas City every year.
Granted, should that fourth down been a conversion? I feel like it really should have. I feel like it should have. But at the end of the day, that's just what they ruled it. Oh, well, can't do anything about it. That's it.
Yep.
But I just feel like
team, if they were better, they wouldn't need to be in that situation anyways.
And you're absolutely right. That's why I feel like when it comes to winning the games that truly matter and winning the games that they're supposed to win, they don't do it. And I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem starting with Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen could be the best quarterback in the league, but he just is certain things that he does. It truly gets under my skin. It irritates me to my core. It's just his decision making is not there. I think his awareness as far as where the defenders are is definitely not there. I just don't understand. I don't get it. And then this is who we gave MVP to last season. If you look up a head-to-head comparison of those numbers between him and Lamar Jackson, the NFL felt sorry for him, and they were just like, "Okay, here, bro, take it." He did not deserve that MVP. I'm going to be honest, he didn't.
It was a pity award.
He did not deserve that MVP whatsoever. So the sole fact of the matter is that they gave him that MVP is really ridiculous to me. It really shows me that this is just, they're just giving it to people at this point. That's what that tells me. You could have gave it to Saquon Barkley for all I care, but you give it to Josh Allen, somebody who, by far, compared to Lamar Jackson, that statistical season does not compare. That there's a clear MVP when it comes to that statistical season.
But then people are going to say who was more valuable to their team. And you can make the argument that Derrick Henry definitely split the vote for Lamar.
Hell no.
No, I don't think so.
Hell no. Hell no.
Stop it.
Are you serious?
Stop
Hold
it.
on. Joey,
You're
Stop it.
serious?
No.
No, don't do this, Cornbread.
You lost me at Derrick Henry.
Cornbread is a Saturday afternoon. Please don't do this.
Let's
be for real.
At 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So you're telling me that Derrick Henry messed that up for Lamar Jackson? When Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson
saturated.
How did the contribution saturated when Lamar Jackson had a statistically better season than Josh Allen? How does that compare? How does that even beat out Lamar Jackson? How? I understand.
He had to do it himself. He didn't have weapons. That's what they're going to
say.
Neither
did Josh Allen.
What?
All he had was James Cook out of the backfield.
Hold on. Before this goes left, because we could sit on this top for 30 years. Joey.
It went left. It's already gone left.
It's gone left. Joey, do they blow it up if they don't win it this year?
To an extent, yes, because one thing I've noticed since Josh Allen's been there.
I'm waiting for Lamar to get up and walk out the room.
That wide receiver one, since he's been there, has been a mid Amari Cooper. Coleman has not lived up yet.
Coleman's don't be slandering Keon Coleman. He was just a rookie last year.
No, I'm a slam whatever I need to.
I hate
Coleman, still young, hasn't done shit yet. Shakir, on and off, hurt.
Also, yeah, I was gonna say Khalil Shakir can't stand field.
Ever since he hasn't done no true wide receiver one. Both tight ends been on and off hurt, and Kincaid ever since his rookie year has been going down and down.
Yeah.
If they pay this man all this money, hey, you're a QB. What if I'm the QB and I'm the leader of this shit? Very first thing I'm asking for is, yo, can y'all motherfuckers get me an actual wide receiver one?
You know who else on this roster too, Joey?
Huh?
Curtis Samuel and Elijah Moore.
And I'll take about Lamar. Lamar is my pick to win MVP. Him or fucking Barkley. And they petty the fuck out of Josh Allen to get that shit. And I'll say this about Lamar. Yeah, 2 athletic tight ends. Even though Mark Andrews is somewhat on decline, Isaiah likely could be on the incline. Bateman finally showed up when he was actually fucking healthy. Zay Flowers is, Flowers.
I love Zay Flowers.
But Lamar definitely, has a tough division per se. He has a tougher division. Like the Bengals are always live in that division. The Steelers, you never know what the hell you're going to get out of Pittsburgh. And then the Browns, nobody's worried about
the Browns. Is the Browns.
But yeah, I thought it was either Lamar or it was going to be Barkley. But you know what? One thing I will say, Barkley, man, I got that. Motherfucker got a ring though.
And that's all that matters. Moving on.
So he couldn't win.
Listen, he was never going to win one over here. Moving on. And it's so funny how this is the next team. The Ravens. I think we could all sit here and agree they're going to win the division, yes?
Yes.
I would fucking hope so.
That division is not competable whatsoever.
So I'm gonna start with Cornbread here since he had some.
Oh God! I'm about to walk out the room and put my headphones down. I'm kidding.
Can they win the Super Bowl? Cornbread, can they win the Super Bowl?
I think they have the pieces for sure. I don't see a lot of competition right now. The Chiefs, unless they get Tyreek Hill, which would just be insane, but would be par for the course. I mean, the Bills still haven't gotten a lot of insane weapons. And, who else? Who else in the AFC is this poised for making a run?
I think Kansas City still has something to say about it.
Well, I mean, they'll be good, but I think the Ravens Chiefs in the AFC Championship, but I could see the Ravens actually winning it this year.
I'm just gonna say it. I'll be very disappointed if they're not in the Super Bowl this year. If there's ever a year for them to make it, it's this year. The Chiefs are on the decline. The Bills just suck. They're not that good. Like, who else are you really worried about over there? The Broncos.
Yeah. Denver, but not as
Texans.
much as you should be.
The Texans. And let's be for real. They should be making it out the AFC. Mark, if the Ravens don't make it out the AFC, should they blow it up?
No. I think what a lot of people are like failing to understand is that, granted, I think what a lot of people don't get is that the way this league is set up now, it is a heavy passing league. If you do not have the receivers to get the job done, you're not going to win the games that matter.
Nope.
Prime example. Let's take a look at Philly's receiving core. You got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, who stepped into a role last season and did great. Dallas Goedert. Well, he's solid.
Ageless wonder. Dallas Goedert.
He's solid when he's needed. When you have a receiving core that's solid as such, you're going to win the games that matter. I mean, as you saw in the Super Bowl, won the games that matter because our receiving core is able to make those tough catches and they're able to show up when needed. Baltimore does not have that yet, in my personal opinion. Zay Flowers, great. He's a good player, but there are situations where he genuinely just needs, like he's needed, and he does not show up. Rashad Bateman, he's good. He does not show up when it's needed. Mark Andrews is on an absolute decline.
Definitely
from
doesn't
hell.
show up when it needed.
He is on that. I promise you, if he catches that ball, he catches that pass, they are in the Super Bowl.
Yep. Oh, amen.
And I can guarantee you, because there's no way in hell Baltimore was about to sit down, lay down, and lose to Kansas City again. 2 years in a row in the AFC Championship? Absolutely not. If Mark Andrews catches that ball, they're in the Super Bowl, hands down. They just don't have the receiving core. They added DeAndre Hopkins, which I think is okay. Granted, he is on a decline himself. Hopefully, he's able to find a spark and have a good season. But overall, they just don't have the receive. They have the defense. They have the defense. They have
what? Hang on. Nate Wiggins is hurt already. How often can you rely on Kyle Hamilton? How often can you rely on Marlon Humphrey? Malachi Starks is brand new.
What?
Is Jair Alexander going to want to put his head in the game enough to stay on the field?
Hold on.
Bro, so three things. And it's all going into the season this season healthy. Humphrey, Jair, Nate Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins is hurt.
He'll be back. I'm not worried about that.
Eventually.
And then you think about Starks and Kyle Hamilton? Like, bro, that secondary is going to
expand. All pro safety Kyle Hamilton, by the way. Pro bowler Kyle Hamilton in his first season, by the way. Okay. That is Kyle Hamilton.
And they got young pass rushers, bro.
I have a hot take on the offensive side of the football.
Jesus. Hold on. Hold on, Pee Wee. Hold on. I gotta give you a yellow card for that.
Oh, well, fuck
Yeah,
you.
That was crazy. Both of y'all get a yellow card. You and Cornbread. That was crazy.
That's bad.
That was.
Thank you.
Can someone explain to me why Isaiah Likely is not listed as a starting tight end right now? Hello?
Because Mark Andrews fell off a cliff.
But no, I'm asking you, why is Isaiah Likely not listed as tight end 1? Did he hurt? Hang on. Oh, he's injured / inactive. That's why.
He'll be back.
So I think he's hurt.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He'll be
Alright.
back. Anyways,
Next
that defense.
team,
Next
I'm sorry.
team,
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna let you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll switch off.
Because that defense.
Honestly, that defense is probably the most nastiest defense I've seen in a long time. And
Since the Legion of Boom, nasty, I would argue.
And I've been a part of. Being a Giants fan, I've been blessed to see some great defenses.
You mean blessed have been carried to a Super Bowl by a great defense? Yes.
Sure have, but as Mario alluded to, if they can get Tyreek Hill, I think they can give the Eagles a run for the money.
That would be so much fun.
Because I think you have the wide receiver 2, Zay Flowers, Shad Bateman, wide receiver 3, Likely and Andrews, pick your poison. You got a running back that scares people for a living every day.
You should give yourself a yellow card for this take. I'm sorry. I still think there's a pretty sizable gap between the Eagles and the Ravens. I'm sorry.
Mar, you got the draft capital, and what if we trade Jahad Dodson, some other picks? Can you imagine Tyreek Hill in his offense?
That would be awesome.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew it.
I would love that.
That's why I looked over here because I knew he was gonna say that.
I'd be such a rage. But anyways, we got a lot of teams. We're gonna try to keep this rolling.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, Steelers. Can Aaron Rodgers defy Father Time? Can we all just collectively say no?
No, Father Time is undefeated.
Hell no.
Anybody want to say yes? I got this ready. Anybody want to say yes?
The red card. Let's go.
Anybody?
Bill Howard at one point.
By the way, speaking of the Steelers, Derek Harmon left the preseason game last night. Do we have an update on what he did or what happened?
He's starting on the pub.
Fuck. Also, the hell are you doing bringing in DK Metcalf? Like what?
I don't know.
What, you want Calvin Austin as your wide receiver
right
one?
now, the 3 wide receivers are DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson, and Calvin Austin.
Fun fact: I'm not picking any of them in fantasy.
Nope.
So
I would hope not.
Hell no. This is a team to avoid. And if we was playing with defenses, maybe I would have took a gamble on their defense.
Defense is schmefenses. We don't need them.
It depends. It depends on the matchup. But anyone has anything else to say on the Steelers before we move on? We know they're going to suck this year. No?
Nah, I got
okay,
nothing.
Cool. Browns.
The Browns.
Now we know they're gonna suck.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out the way. The question I have is, I want everybody to give me a week, and give me a week that Shedeur Sanders will be starting as the quarterback, Cleveland Browns.
I'll give you a week that Dylan Gabriel is going to be starting before Shedeur Sanders.
I think Dylan Gabriel starts before Shedeur.
Thank you.
But I think I'll say once the double digits, maybe from week 10 on, because I think they're going to go see how Flacco starts early. Then if they don't trade Pickett or if Pickett gets hurt, it will be either Pickett or Gabriel.
Pickett is still hurt.
Oh, yeah, then it could be Gabriel. The Pickett, it wouldn't shock me if a QB gets hurt and somebody trades for Pickett. It wouldn't shock me with that. So I'm going to go with that scenario. And then if Dylan Gabriel sucks balls, I'll give it by before we get into double digits. We'll start seeing double digits.
Because you asked the question, of when Shedeur Sanders could possibly start for this football team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me week 8 against the New England Patriots.
Cornbread. Oh, my bad. I mean, cut you off. My bad. My bad. I mean, cut you off. My bad.
I'll let Cornbread go. I'll let Cornbread go with his week, and then I'm just gonna whip through like the first rough weeks.
I think
schedule's awful.
I think it's week 10 after the bye.
That's fair.
And I mean, looking at this schedule, dude.
Oh yeah, Cornbread. Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
Am I crazy to say
Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions. So, Bengals, Ravens, Packers, 0-3. Lions, Vikings, Steelers, 0-6. Dolphins,
maybe 1-5.
Patriots,
maybe 1-5. That's the only win. Maybe that or Miami. I'll be honest. Those are the only 2 games that I see as them being potential wins in the first 8 weeks.
When's the bye week? What week is that on the calendar? On the actual
9.
calendar?
It's 9.
So it's okay. Yeah, they'll end up with a top 5. They'll end up with a top 3 draft pick this year. That's all I got to say.
They only have one standalone game this season against the Vikings.
Is that a London trip?
I believe that might be a London game.
That doesn't shock me.
But they don't have a single primetime game scheduled.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's in London this year. But no, I mean, seriously, look at the schedule. I think they might be able to get the Steelers. I don't even know if they get Miami. There's a very good chance that they're 0-8 going into week 10 against the Jets. I could see where Shedeur gets deployed there.
That's fair.
Because I don't know if you've seen the highlights even from today of him playing. Yeah, at one point he took a 24-yard sack. I mean, there's every time to tank and also try to please the media. That was a pretty good 5th-round pick to burn for it.
Mo, do you have anything on the Browns? Yeah, there you go. That's a good answer.
As far as when I think he'll start, it would not shock me if he starts the last 2 weeks of the season.
That's it?
Would not shock me. Would not shock me.
That's
Would
it?
not shock me. I don't know what I feel like that. You ever watch a show where they put the main character through a difficult time period?
Yep.
And I feel like that's what they're going to do with him. It's going to be character development. He's going to start the last.
There was a report that came, and it didn't say from who exactly said it, but apparently there was shit going around the NFL saying that telling teams not to draft Shedeur.
I'm telling you, he's don't be surprised if he don't play till week 18. They're gonna play him when it doesn't matter.
Give me week 15. That's when he'll start.
Who do they have?
I don't give a fuck who they have. They still gonna.
Just give me week
15. Give me week 15. In week 15, they'll end up cutting Gabriel.
I think they'll cut Pickett before they cut Gabriel.
They cut Gabriel. They just spend the 3rd-round pick on him.
I just think I really think this whole situation, the Browns have nobody to blame but themselves. And now that they're in this dumpster fire of a situation, now they have to pick up the pieces and figure it out. Honestly, I just think just you got to make it an executive decision at this point. I say keep 3, cut 3. You don't need 6 quarterbacks. Number one, you don't. You just do not.
On the roster,
for you to have bringing in Huntley was fucking crazy.
Yeah, what the hell was that about?
For you to have Joe,
you just drafted 2 quarterbacks. You picked up Kenny Pickett in the offseason. You brought back Joe Flacco.
That's
I mean, seriously.
You got Watson already there.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
And then you have now Tyler Huntley.
Oh.
You don't need 6 quarterbacks on your roster.
No.
Number one. Number 2. This Deshaun Watson deal has taken up way too much time
and way too much salary.
in salary. You got to make a decision. Joe Flacco as your starting quarterback.
Boo.
Is he like 45?
He's 40, I think.
Yeah, he old as fuck.
He should be the backup. He should just be in the room mentoring. That's what he should be doing. You gotta leave the game before it leaves you. But anyways, we're gonna be talking about these 6 quarterbacks off. Anyways, they suck. Next question on the docket for the Bengals. They have an elite offense. Probably one of the best in the league.
Hang on.
Can their defense do the job? I'm gonna start off with Joey. Can their defense?
You know what? Like a meme. Hell to the no. To the no.
No.
Let me tell you why. Because they're gonna be stupid enough to trade their best defensive fucking player because their fucking front office is a bunch of lazy fucks that don't believe in paying for fucking defense.
So you're telling me they're gonna trade Trey Hendrickson?
The wild thing is, it took them forever to even give a contract to fucking Shamar Stewart.
That was
you got the round one.
Yeah, that sucks.
You want to say,
I don't know if you heard the news story that came out. Their Ring of Honor that they're
I
back.
saw that today.
Oh. They aren't going to pay for travel or accommodations for their Ring of Honor. And I get not doing it for every single player who's ever played on your team. There are only 6 people that are coming for the Ring of Honor ceremony, and you're telling me you won't even get them a king room, just a $200 a night room. I mean, seriously, just time and time again, they continue to prove to be a poverty franchise.
They still don't have an indoor practice facility.
It's embarrassing, and that's the thing that's always going to overshadow these guys. Joe Burrow has all the weapons in the world that he needs, honestly. There is no reason that he should need anything else. I mean, they've got a pretty solid offensive line. Their defense would be good if they just weren't so stingy.
Can we talk about what really matters? Forget about that defense for a second. Their offensive line is fucking awful in the preseason so far. Joe Burrow's looked like shit.
That line
it's bad.
Like,
no offense to the defense, but like it's bad.
I know they're young in some areas, but like
Joey, I want to ask you a question.
Fucking circuit preseason.
You're a PFF guy like me. You look at the numbers. I'll give you 2 guesses. What do you think PFF grades that Bengals offensive line coming into the season?
2 teams in the NFL. I'll probably say 29th.
I think it's either 30th or 31st. It's like bottom 3 in the league projected coming into the season. Now, we can talk about, we can wax poetic about Jamar Chase fantasy pick number 1, yada yada yada. Nobody cares. Blah blah blah. Gabe's not gonna get him. Nobody cares. But I mean, this offense outside of the 2 wide receivers, it runs through Mr. kind of came out of nowhere last year and Chase Brown. I mean, I'm considering drafting him again in fantasy. I picked him up off the waiver wire from fucking somewhere last year, and he kind of worked out for me. But I see the ceiling for this team as maybe barely making the playoffs if they're good enough. Maybe?
I don't think they make it. They don't make it. They don't make it.
You don't think so?
They do. From the average game.
Do you have them to miss the playoffs?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Hang on, I'm looking it up right now.
Anyways, while Pee-wee looks that up, I'm gonna move on to the AFC South. We're gonna start off with the Tennessee Titans. We got some people here who are okay. There's a white man waving on the screen. Go ahead. Yes.
You have the Bengals to miss the playoffs at plus 118. That's not awful by any means. I don't hate that at all.
But to move on to Tennessee, to the Titans, the mailman is out. No more mail and coffee.
Oh,
The
yeah.
mailman is out. Insert Cam Ward. Is he ready for prime time? Are the Titans back? Will he be the next great black quarterback since Vince Young was over there?
But Vince Young wasn't great. What do you mean?
What do you mean? He was good for like 3-4 years in Tennessee. How do you think he got the fucking Madden cover?
He got lucky and got the Madden cover.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
no,
No.
you motherfucker. I hate you.
To be fair, Peyton Hillis got a Madden cover. I mean,
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
let's chill out with the Madden cover being the upper epsilon.
Let's.
But like,
Anyways, we're going to go around the table. I just want a yes or no answer. Is he the guy?
I'll
Is he the
start.
guy?
I'll say yes.
I'll start it. I'll say yes.
Yeah.
I think the potential's there.
Ryan.
I'll say yes because of the offensive line he has in front of him.
Yeah, I love that O-line.
Cornbread.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a couple of years, but I mean, the sky's the limit for this team now with Cam Ward. I mean, and Will Levis being on the IR for the season gives him the opportunity to not worry about them making a switch during the season.
Yeah,
letting him work
if he doesn't start out hot. Yeah,
exactly.
No, I feel you.
There's absolutely no pressure there
Your
whatsoever.
backup's fucking Brandon
opinion.
Allen. So that tells you everything you need to know.
Exactly.
Cam Ward jersey though.
Did you say you're getting a Cam Ward jersey?
Dude, come on. You know Tennessee's my second love, bro.
No, that's fair. Well, you might have to take a little trip over to Tennessee. Watch Cam Ward play.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm definitely going this year.
Yes, sir.
If I
Cam Ward's definitely the guy. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it because honestly, they started to add pieces, or they're actually starting to do what any other franchise should do. You get your guy and you add pieces around him, give him an okay offensive line, a decent offensive line, and boom. Cam Ward is a playmaker. Cam Ward is amazing at the quarterback position. So I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Tennessee's defense ain't that bad either.
I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead. I'm very excited to see what they do. Calvin Ridley's not a bad option to throw to. That's also a great option for fantasy late round. You know, it's not a bad option. You could deal with worse, but you know we got a lot of conferences to deal with. There's going to be some topics I know we'll spend 20 minutes talking on, so I'm rushing through it, trying to push through it. Now moving on to the AFC West.
Wait,
Genty
we didn't hit any of the other teams in the AFC South. Ding dong.
Hey,
oh shoot!
Going on them.
Oh shoot! I forgot about them.
What's wrong with you?
And
do we trust?
Yeah, you want to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Colts?
Yeah,
all right,
kind of.
bro.
Jaguars.
Are they really important though?
Yes.
Right. So I mean, do we? I mean, I don't know why the hell I wrote this down.
What was your thing for Jacksonville?
For the Colts. In Danny Dimes, we trust.
No.
I don't know.
In Jonathan Taylor, we trust.
Yeah, I'll say that. Is in right. Or will at least have 2 starts.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I mean, can we really talk about how they're doing AR over there?
They doing him dirty.
I feel like
it's not his fault. It's nobody's fault but his own.
They drafted him without a plan, man.
Of course they did.
You knew the man that you knew the man ain't have an arm. You know, you knew his throwing wasn't the best.
We are seeing the Trey Lance situation play over again. I mean,
but Trey Lance looks good with the Chargers now.
Okay, but
I just
Trey
Lance is not going to be a starter. He's going to be a backup. It's always been a project. Trey Lance came out with little to no game time experience. AR came in with little to no game time experience, and obviously he didn't do what he needed to do in the offseason. Now, he's being very humble about it, and I respect that. But, I mean, at this point, Shane Steichen's coaching for his job.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
of course he is.
And, I don't blame them in thinking that Daniel Jones gives you a little bit more stability. You don't have as high of a ceiling, but you are at least going to have a little bit more consistency. And I think the thing that sealed his fate was just getting blown up
Oh yeah.
in the preseason.
Oh,
Just not reading in the pocket. I mean, that's the type of stuff that you can't have your franchise quarterback being so unaware of his surroundings.
I agree.
One thing I not to
What you
talk
think about that?
I had someone that works in the scouting department I know, and a lot of people said that if A-Rich is going to be let's say prime example, if worst case scenario he's a decent backup, you need a good backup, good backup in the league. Someone said a scout came out and said, why does AR remind me a slightly more athletic Tavares Jackson?
Well.
Oh no. Oh
Tavares,
God.
alright back. He was an alright backup. I'm not saying he was yippee-ki-yay about
Chris
it.
Henry Jr. is being interviewed on ESPN right now.
Mar, what do you think about that whole QB situation in Indy? Because there's a lot of places that have very confusing situations. And I feel like this is one that's not talked about enough.
Daniel Jones has started 69 career games in his NFL career.
Nice.
Does anybody want to take a guess how many of those games he won?
26.
Less than half.
It's got to be less than half.
I guess 26.
Give me 30.
I'm going to go 25.
Give me 30. Give me 30.
Joey said 26. I said 25. Gabe says 30.
Who said 25?
34.
Me.
You were the closest. 24.
Go!
24,
Oh, wow.
Joey, you were so close.
45, 24, 45, and one draw.
Who the fuck did they tie? I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
It was in his first year.
Barcelona's down 2-0 at halftime.
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
He's played 70 games in his career, and he's only won 24 of those games.
Oh.
I feel like you pulling the plug on your 23-year-old quarterback who's only started 15, 16 career games and basically saying, hey, like, we're gonna start this guy who clearly is a fucking loser. I don't I do not understand
a fucking loser.
I mean,
he is.
That just goes to show how little they think about him, though, dude. Isn't that crazy? They spent a third overall pick on him, and you're abandoning ship. Something internally, obviously, has really rubbed the team the wrong way for it to be this dire that Daniel Jones is the starting quarterback.
Bro, I've been to Eagles and Giants games since he's been in the fucking league. The Giants got so pissed from him, and usually, the QBs sit with the QBs and not too far from the O-line. There's been times where Daniel Jones sits by him fucking self. Nobody wants around him. He's dookie.
You remember when he tripped on that touchdown run?
That was funniest fucking I've ever seen in my life.
As I said before, I'm glad he's over there. I'm so glad. I don't got to go through it no more. Because people really try to sit here and tell me that he's the future. When I've seen Eli play for this organization. I've seen a Hall of Fame quarterback play for this organization my whole childhood. And you're telling me that Daniel Jones from a basketball school is going to lead us to the promised land? You're smoking the most. You are smoking crack.
Yep.
Crack cocaine. Pure 70s crack cocaine.
Who's up
Pure
next
70s crack cocaine. But anyways, moving on. Jaguars. Yes or no? Are they the worst team in the NFL?
No.
No!
That's crazy.
Not by a long margin. I'm sorry.
I think that
head coach, they spend a high draft pick. Where I'm gonna say this personally, Travis Hunter play offense because brother, you could not tackle, bro.
He also,
I swear to God,
his coverage skills aren't ideal either.
And I'd rather see him as a wide receiver. You trade up a spot for a guy that, in Colorado, he got open well, ran some good routes, and then you already got B-Rob. You have two young running backs who have a good power to outside running the.
You know Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yes, I'm telling you, you have two good wide receivers.
Yeah.
Hunter should be a permanent wide receiver. That's just me, but
And you have two good running backs too, with Takes, Bigby, and Travis Etienne.
And you have a decent tight end. You know, we're gonna see what type of offense.
Oh, Button Strange. I was like, who is their tight end?
But I don't think they're the worst. Like, if T-Law gets hurt, then they're going to have a lot of questions to be
like... if T-Law gets hurt, that's good.
They gave up their future first-round pick for Travis Hunter, too.
Yeah.
So they're not having no QB round 1 if they suck. So whoever got that pick, I forget who the fuck they traded with. Who was it? I forget. Wasn't the Browns?
It might have been the Browns.
It might have been the Browns. The Browns are probably hey, yo, T-Law, get hurt, bro. So if we get 2 top picks in the top 10 or 2 picks in the top 5, we're still going to suck, but we can maybe get some good talent. But it all depends on T-Law. If he stays healthy, that defense, they got some good pass rushers. So it just all depends on their secondary personally, but I don't think it'll be the worst. But if T-Law gets hurt, they fuck up, and then there's a chance they suck.
I mean, realistically, they're probably going to beat the Tennessee Titans twice. Probably beat the Colts once.
Oh, no.
Maybe even twice.
You genuinely believe that they're going to beat the Titans twice?
I don't see Titans twice. I see 1-1. Colts.
Yeah, thank you. Because you're telling me you genuinely believe with your heart that the Titans are going to lose to them at all people twice, right? That's what you said.
When each team's out.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's what I'm gonna say to that. When they play this year, I better see a money line. I better see. That's all I'm gonna say.
If I don't see a money line, getting called out. And me, big mouth, bro. Out.
Listen. Shoot. Anybody else got something to say on these damn Jaguars?
No, and then we got the Texans.
No, we got the Texans though.
Texans. Yeah, we're gonna try to speak through this just a little bit because I know there's
that wide receiving core has to stay healthy.
Yeah, like they drafted 2 young receivers out of Iowa State.
Oh, I love Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. You might see one of those pop up on my fantasy team eventually, possibly, maybe.
Joe start out hurt, already Nick Chubb, but I'm not gonna lie to you. They may have one of the worst O-lines.
Hey, you got Nick Chubb and Dameon Pierce. Yeah, you mortgaged they gave up fucking what the fuck's his name? Former Dolphin.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, he's gone. Where the fuck he go?
Commanders.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm out. However, you know who I like on this team? Jalen Petrie and Kamari Lassiter on the back end. And then obviously
just Stroud might be running for his fucking life.
You know who else is going to be running for his life too? Opposing quarterbacks with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson and Sheldon Rankins. But
I mean, Stroud is going to get fucking rocked this year.
Yeah, it's not great.
Now the question is, does CJ Stroud bounce back after the year he had? As we all know, he probably had one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen in a long time out of a rookie QB.
Yeah,
it's been a minute since excluding Jaden Daniels. He looked horrible. He didn't look good. But then again, the Texans didn't really look good to begin with. They had their moments. Does he bounce back? Yes or no?
50-50. I want to say, he has 2 young receivers. Yes, he has Nico. Mixon's going to start off the injury. So you got Chubb, but Chubb, his injury concerns been issues. All depends on that O-line. If the O-line can keep him upright, there's a chance he can bounce back. If the O-line is absolute trash, I'm going to say this with my full fucking chest, if the O-line is trash, they miss the playoffs.
Mar?
I genuinely think that what a lot of people are missing when it comes to the whole Texans talk is that Texans team was entirely hurt. Last season.
They was getting killed with that injury.
They lost Diggs. They lost Nico for about 6 games. They lost Tank Dell. They were losing people. Joe Mixon, Austin, like they were losing people back and forth and back and forth. So it's just like, honestly, this is where I feel like a lot of people don't understand. When it comes to football, having the best available, it's always important because of the sole fact that you put less stress on your quarterback. Granted, the quarterback, obviously, the offense goes how, the quarterback depicts it to go, pretty much. But when you don't have the best of your skill players on the field, on your offense, it's hard to really function and it's hard to really do too much because you don't got the best available on the field. So I feel like, can we really say like, oh, is he going to bounce back? I mean, we know what CJ Stroud can do with a team that's fully healthy. So I really feel like, I think a lot of us are jumping the gun when we say, oh, can he bounce back? But at the same time, like, I understand it. He had a very down year compared to what he came in doing. Definitely understandable. But at the same time, we know what he's capable of when that team is fully healthy. So it's just a matter of time.
Ryan, you win? And please watch out for that young cat behind you.
Oh, hey, bud. Come here. Oh. The cat is out on CJ Stroud. I am in on CJ Stroud bouncing back. However, again, as Joey said, although I'm in, man might be running for his life most of the season.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad for him. Like, it depends on the O-line.
NFC time, right?
Yep.
Hey.
No.
Oh, we gotta get the
We got the Dirty West.
Nobody cares about the Chiefs.
West. The Cornbread. Did you say Cornbread? The Stroud bounce back or no?
I think that they play in a relatively weaker division. I think if they're full strength, I mean, getting Joe Mixon back, getting Tank Dell back, which are all TBD at this point. You don't really know what you have in Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins, but
not yet.
I mean, the pieces are there for him to at least be decent. But I mean, I feel like it's always going to be clouded by the fact that you get to play the Colts, the Jags, and the Titans. Like, this should be a cakewalk for them every year, and they still sort of struggle. So
they find a way to
apples and oranges.
Fuck it up.
We'll
somehow.
see. Moving on to the AFC West.
But
I'm gonna start off with a topic that is going to probably take up most of the time.
Ugh.
The Chiefs. Is this the end of an era? Did we witness the funeral of the Kansas City Chiefs?
I do believe this is Kelsey's last.
Is this it? I think that's the question I'm asking. Is this it for Chiefs?
I think if they this year, then it's going to be tough. I think Kelsey could retire. He's already before. Him and his little Swifty Boo thing. Fucking, he's probably at the point where, like, look, I made all the money. I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame. I got my rings. I got my girl. She got her bread. I could travel with her. I think this could be Kelsey's potential last year, personally, my honest opinion. And then after that, then, like, I know they have young talent with Rice and Worthy, but, outside of that, like, Pacheco's on and off hurt, which I do hope Pacheco to stay healthy, South Jersey kid. But all of that, honestly, a little bit later.
Joey, not Ryan. I know you just went. Is this the end of an era?
No, it's not. I see you. I respect your question, but no. This team is still too talented to fall off a cliff as not as you're predicting them, but as you're forecasting it. Your offensive line's still really good with Josh Simmons, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Jawan Taylor. You've still got Travis Kelce. You've still got Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. You've still got your defensive line is still Karlaftis, Jones, Mike Pennell, Mike Dana. You've still got Nick Bolton and Leo Chenal in the linebacking core. I mean, you've got Trent McDuffie leading the secondary. I see no reason why they won't, just roll over and die, so to speak. I see no reason for it.
It's the Chief Kingdom era over.
Who's that for?
Mar. Is it over? Is it over?
Everybody knows how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs now.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is entirely over. We saw Kansas City get outmatched, outclassed, and outplayed and outcoached. We saw the Kansas City Chiefs absolutely I thought I would never see the day that Kansas City, that Patrick Mahomes would be outplayed, that Andy Reid would be outcoached. I just never thought I would see the day that the Kansas City Chiefs will be outclassed the way that they got did on national television. I never thought that was going to happen. Never in a million years. I honestly thought we were going to get a part 2 of the first Super Bowl. I thought it was going to be back and forth.
Yeah.
But as the game went on and you watched how Philly pretty much made it seem so effortlessly and so easy to stop the Chiefs offense, it just goes to show that everybody has been trying to figure out how to beat the Chiefs the last 3-4 seasons, and nobody could figure it out. No one could figure it out. But now everybody knows exactly how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And with that being said, it's back to the drawing board for Andy Reid and company. Granted, I don't know what they're going to do, but as of right now, the Chiefs Kingdom era, it might be over as we know it. It was a good run. It was a great run, actually. It was a very great run. They had, 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 seasons? Great run. Absolutely. But, however, it comes to a point in time where it has to end. And now that like I said, everybody knows how to stop it, it's finna end. I mean, granted, when they played Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl, Tampa Bay gave the blueprint to everybody, but nobody really paid attention. Nobody really took note. But now that Philly was able to do it, I think honestly what I think it is that when the first time Tampa Bay beat Kansas City, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody was just like, oh, it's Tom Brady. Tampa Bay was good that year. Granted, cool, whatever. But now that another team has beaten Kansas City, I think it's maybe that wasn't just the reason why they won. Mm-hmm. Maybe they figured something out. They had a game plan. They dropped everyone else in coverage and sent 4. And mind you, with the defensive line that Philly has, at that time, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, they got pressure. And that pressure, Mahomes didn't know what to do. Honestly. So I think the era is over as we know it, but they're too talented. I forgot who said it. I think Ryan said it. I think they're too talented to just fall off a cliff. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be the same. They're not going to be the same after this.
Yeah, I think it's over with. I think it's over with. Will they fall off a cliff? No. They'll make playoffs, but eras come to an end, and that era, for better or for worse, has came to the end. Cornbread. Is the Chiefs era over with? Is it done?
I mean, I just see the West as being one of the strongest divisions in football. I mean, you can't name one team there that you're like, Oh, I could see that team going sub 500. Not that they're all going to be insane, but the Chiefs are no longer going to be able to just have a cakewalk through the Raiders, through the Broncos, and the Chargers look to be pretty good. So I think it's on top of the fact that the rest of the AFC is getting better. I mean, I don't think it's over. I just don't think we're going to see some insane success like we've seen over the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, that's it. Like them days again, 15 wins. Yeah, that's over with. As I said before, I called it out. That was the worst 15-win team I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, last season was legit insane. The type of bailing out, the fact that they weren't scoring, it's going to bite them now when every single one of their teams in the division has gotten remarkably better.
Speaking of teams that could possibly give them a push, the Chargers, year 2 of Harbaugh, what's our expectations of them? I'm going to say it. Wild card.
Wild card.
Yeah, I'll
Wild
take
card.
wild card.
Yeah, I can
Wild
see
card.
that. I think
Wild card.
they've added some spot. They filled in some holes that they truly needed to fill in. But granted, you know, it's all about how are they going to, you know, go about it, and how are they going to execute the game plan. You know what I'm saying? So,
let's see. Anybody else want to comment? I'm gonna try to rush through this division because I mean it's kind of a crapshoot, really, in truth. Broncos, can they win the division? Yes, they can. Will they? Hell no.
I will say this: I do like me some fucking Bo Nix.
I'm kind of in the same boat with the Chargers as I am with the Broncos. I mean, I think the Broncos are like a step above them, but I definitely think they can push for a wild card spot for sure. Can they win the division? No.
I see a lot of one thing I know is with this division, bar the Raiders, who actually might be competitive this year. And this could be the 3-team division that makes the playoffs.
Yeah, this should be.
I could see 2 of them having wild card spots. I could. And last but not least, the Raiders. Can Genty and Brock Bowers make the Raiders competitive?
Not year 1.
Not
in Genty's rookie year. I think Genty will have moments. Brock Bowers, will be Brock Bowers. Geno Smith's an upgrade of the QBs they had as of late. And I think Geno could definitely keep them into games. But, if you're hoping for, a wild card, I don't see that right away yet.
I think I have a hot take on the Raiders. I think Geno Smith will lose them games more than he will win them games. From what I saw in Seattle last year, again, completely different team, completely different whatever. It doesn't inspire confidence. Now, granted, you still have. I was gonna call Brock Bowers the best tight end in football, but that's probably a bridge too far.
No.
I look at that team, right, and you're like, well, you don't have Christian Wilkins anymore, which is kind of shitty. You've still got Max Crosby, who's phenomenal. You bring in Ashton Genty. You bring in, who else they bring in? Anyway, regardless, I think Geno Smith is going to lose them games more than he will win them games this season. But
I think they win 5 games.
This is probably your Gabe. This is right what you just said though. This is if there's a division that can get 3 teams in the playoff and kind of do it pretty comfortably, it's probably this one. The only other division I would make the case for is probably the NFC East, but we'll get there when we get there.
Speaking of the Devils, moving on to the NFC East, the Eagles.
Wait, did we forgot did we say a piece on the Chargers?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. We kept it short.
Big bad lad McConkey. Love him.
Now moving on to the NFC. The Eagles. Can they go back to back? And should that be the expectation for them to go back to back? I'm flat out saying, I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna win this. They're gonna go back to back. And I feel like anything short of not winning the Super Bowl this year will be a disappointment. And that's coming from me.
I have a hot take. This current Eagles team is going to be the next New England Patriots dynasty. Write it down in Sharpie, post it somewhere, let it be known. This Eagles team, with the way Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie have put this team together, this team's going to be very good for a very long time. Now, granted, got a little pilfered in free agency, lost some pieces here and there. Joey, do we have an update on Landon Dickerson? Is he playing week 1?
I'm unsure, but I don't think he's gonna miss the season.
Okay.
So that's
this team should be fine.
Joey, do they go back to back?
That's the goal. I think we're gonna definitely be one of the top 3 in the NFC. We're gonna see. I think. Would I love to see back to back? Yes, but when I'm not the type of fan that says, "Oh yeah, fuck this shit," like no, because I believe in whenever I say it, and that's when bullshit happens. But do I think we have the potential to do it? Oh yeah, easily. I think we have the potential.
What's your minimum expectation?
At least get to the NFC Championship.
Okay. Mar, as the newest Eagles fan on the block, should they? I'm gonna put this twofold. Can they go back to back, and should they be expected to go back to back?
They're definitely going to be expected to go back. I mean, we didn't really lose a lot. I'm not going to say we didn't lose a lot in free agency, but we still kind of have the same core squad. Joey can kind of back me up on that if I'm wrong, but we kind of have the same core squad. Added a couple rookies. We added Andrew Makuba, who's safety from Texas, who's pretty good.
John Campbell.
You know, with us losing Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, losing him in free agency, adding Andrew from Texas has definitely helped us a lot. Overall, I just feel like, we're going to be expected to go back to back. I would like us to at least get to the NFC Championship for sure.
Yeah.
I think we have the team to do it. You know, we didn't, like I said, we didn't lose a lot. We didn't lose much. If anything, we lost, but we also recuperated and filled in what we needed to fill in. Other than that, I think we should at least
one important thing.
Yeah.
So even though we lost, guys like Milton to free agency, which we expected because he was going to get paid. Sweat, we knew he was going to get paid. Slay was a 50-50 because depending on what he wanted to do, Slay left fine. Gardner, he was iffy. But one thing I would say, even though losing those guys, we also gained something that a lot of people aren't noticing. We're going to probably have between 11 to 13 draft picks in this upcoming draft. So we're going to have ammunition out the ass to, when it comes to the deadline, if we want to make a big move, when it comes to draft capital, we can do so. If we want to be patient, how he's fucking Houdini when it comes to the fucking draft, moving up, down, all around. So we're going to get complimentary picks out the ass when it comes to that. So a lot of people are like, oh, we let them go. I'm like, man, but you see what Hallie, when it comes to draft picks, man, my man is playing fucking chess.
Tell you, man, the day that team actually, when it reaches its natural life cycle, I'm gonna be the happiest kid on earth.
I might be bald by the time that happens.
That might be true. That might be true. But speaking of the team that can actually challenge this Eagles super team, the Commanders, can they push them? Can somebody put up a fight? Because I don't know. I don't know if they can.
Offensively, they could definitely try to stay, because Daniels, they got a gem with that one. They brought in Debo, and if you go by history, Debo usually does pretty well against Philly as a whole. I hate to say that. I think it's going to determine, how their offensive line still looks. They got Tunzel, which that was a great pickup. You got to protect your franchise. And I also think, depending on what other moves they make, they still have about 2 to 3 more years, ideally, until Jalen Daniels wants a bigger deal. So within that time frame, you really got to fucking get some shit going. Prime example, they just traded Brian Robinson, which I'm not saying that's a big name per se. Okay, cool, you trade B-Rob. But now they're talking about they have this younger guy who's competing for RB1.
What do they have behind him, Joey?
Huh?
What do they have behind B-Rob?
B-Rob got traded to the Niners.
I know, but what do they have behind him?
Eckler, and then they have this other young kid who apparently might be RB1 for them.
Okay. Did I miss anything while I was gone, by the way?
No.
Okay.
But it depends. If they keep building around Daniels within this, I'd say 3 years, because like I said, within that time, he's going to get a super max within that time.
If he doesn't get a max extension, I would be shocked.
Oh, he will. He will. Unless he digresses absolutely belt to ass to where dude, you had one good year.
That man
now,
won me the toilet bowl last year.
Yeah, but I think they can. I think offensively going to be good. Defense is going to be questionable-ish to an extent, but if anyone's going to give an Eagle a push to where they could definitely get a game during a regular season, I think it's Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Cowboys? No.
Definitely not week 1, and definitely not week 1.
No.
What was the question for the Commanders again? Is it... Hang on.
The question is, but
can they push the Eagles? No. Eagles are too good, too talented.
Now, next team we're going to talk about is a team we all love. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
You're funny.
Yeah.
You're funny.
And I'm white.
Seriously.
And I'm a brother.
Can someone tell me what's going on over there? Just
man.
Failure.
I'm confused.
Failure.
I'm confused.
I'm confused. I'm confused because everything I keep I don't know, preseason, but bro, I saw fucking a video of them in a preseason game, and it looks like Michael Parsons was napping on the fucking training table.
Yeah, he was.
My man's bro, I'm just here so I don't get fined. But bro, do they try to trade Parsons before? Does Parsons potentially hold out and make that defense even worse?
Has he played at all in the preseason at all?
I don't think he played at all. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he played preseason at all. Fucking they let DeMarcus Lawrence go to the fucking Seahawks. If they don't do something with Parsons, dude, that defense is gonna be trash. I know they get Diggs back, so they get a decent cornerback who's when he's on, he's probably a top 15. But when he's off, good God, I don't know what the fuck I watch, but they still have probably easily one of the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. You can never take away from that. And then you never know what's going to happen with Sinbad, man. If Sinbad stays healthy, he's definitely going to pepper CeeDee Lamb with shit. But, look, they just traded for a young kid. I'm not saying he's going to be the face of the Cowboys, but, look, now they got some insurance. Look, Milton has some upside. He has the big arm. He can run. If Dak gets hurt again, and then maybe they can try to – well, you know what? I'll say this. If Dak gets hurt again, and let's say Milton's all right, or they draft him in the top 10, mark my words, and this is the only way I think this individual team could get better, I can see Dak getting traded to the Browns.
Nah, you lost your goddamn mind. You lost me with that one.
Hear me out, though. So, all these recent years, these fucking Browns have not found an actual young guy, Manziel. None of them has worked. Let's say they don't fully believe in Gabriel. Let's say they don't believe in Kader. I know they got to match the money, but I think if anything of the trade does happen, Dallas is definitely going to have to take some of that to eventually move Dak, because I know a lot of Cowboy fans that do not want Dak around. And if Dak gets hurt again, bro, if I'm at the point, I'm look, I know you signed him, trade him. And look, if you're in this type of class and you're picking in the top 10, you have an upside to where Jerry Jones like, all right, let's get this young QB that can maybe compete with Milton. And then if Milton's the guy, then cool. If not, then we got this young kid that we draft, and then we can potentially slowly rebuild the Cowboys. But
can I just say it? I hope that, you know, they don't ever figure it out. I really do. I hope so. Like, I really do. There's two things. There's two people or teams or whatever that I hope never figures it out. My ex and the Cowboys.
Oh, I felt that.
My ex and the Cowboys. I hope the two of them never figure it out. I wish them eternal pain and suffering.
I can tell you right now, I know mine hasn't figured shit out.
Oh, we know she will never figure it out. But that's neither here or there. That's neither here or there. But I mean, I don't know what's going on over there. That team's just horrible. Mm-hmm. But you know, more to them. You know, they got a crazy owner who won't hang it up. They got a quarterback who should have been let go a long time ago. They haven't been able to replace the running back since Zeke was there. God knows what that coach is still doing there.
Who's that coach again?
The puppet.
I don't know.
I hate to say this. Until Jerry Jones unfortunately goes, which I'm not wishing upon nobody like that, but like until he goes, whatever coach, coordinator ever comes in, Jerry just got strings attached right to the back because he's gonna be the puppet master of that shit. It's a sister, yes. They have no fucking choice. They're like, look, I got the title of America's team per se, wink, wink, but I gotta be a puppet about it.
As I said before, the way I look at this is they I don't know what to say with that damn team. They just shock me every day. No. First you trade for George Pickens, which you never needed, right?
No.
You got Micah Parsons over there that doesn't want to be there.
Nope.
I don't know what to say, but you know, it couldn't happen to a greater group of people because they just like running their mouth every year. Mm-hmm. Every year. And I got somebody at my job who keeps on telling me, you know, the Giants will never be something. But you know what I tell them every day? Mm-hmm. I said, have you seen your team win something in your lifetime? Mm-hmm. Do you got to go on National Geographic to see your team win something? No, I don't. But somebody pick it up and kill it. I'll be right back. Somebody pick it up and kill it.
I think one team that we're missing out on is the New York Giants.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, and I'm not. Look, they got Russell Wilson, and I think at this point, Russ is honestly, and I think he's accepted at this rate, he's going to be a bridge
to Jacksonville. But I have something to say about this quarterback battle.
Yeah, so like I'll be shocked if a QB doesn't go down and then somebody calls for Winston eventually. But
yeah, I also agree with you.
But I will say this. Russ, I think, accepts he's a bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with him being the bridge QB, he's arguably one of the better QBs they had in a while.
Yeah.
Where, like, hey, is he going to bring you to a wild card or to a playoff year one? Probably not. But at the same time, I do think the Giants are going to be slightly more competitive because they got a veteran QB who's accurate. They have decent weapons for New York.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to speak too early, but I did say this, and you know this. I personally rated Jackson Dart QB2 in this class.
Yeah, he was good.
And look, preseason, I'm not trying to get all hippie high yay, but like I said, old boy was throwing dots in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Dable's probably thinking, look, I got Russ who can probably play, let's say bare minimum. Let's say he plays about 6 to 8 games.
Yeah.
And then, depending on what the record is, if Winston's still around, they take their time, maybe get a game or two of Winston. But I'm telling you, if Dable is still around, which I think Dable's a good coach. I think Dable's dealt a bad hand with Daniel Jones.
I agree.
Dable can finally develop his own guy. Because I'll tell you right now, if Dart lives up to potential, I'm telling you that Giants are gonna be bad. I'm not saying they're gonna win a Super Bowl right away, of course not. But like Dart, if he lives up to potential with Dable, and you saw what Dable did early with Josh Allen's career, All I'm saying is, look, Dart has a cannon. Dart can run, and he arguably has one of the better upcoming wide receivers who's already in the top 8 in Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
So, like, I like Gabe Puff.
So-
This is Little Giants team.
So the question I had on the sheet, right? I figured I'd say a couple things first because I got to go do something for like 2-3 minutes, and then I'll just have y'all fellas pick it up and kill it. For me personally, the question was, what does Dable have to do to keep his job?
I say at least win 6 games.
I'm not gonna put a number.
I'll say about better than last year because, like, now that he drafted his guy, like, it'd be so fucked up to make Dable deal with Jones all those years. Finally be able to trade back in to get your guy. And after year one, if you're not really seeing what Dart does, which I don't think Dart's going to do too much. I think they're going to slowly do it just like similar what happened in Buffalo, to where we might see Dart in maybe either chump change time or to scenarios of back end of the season. Let's say the Giants season's over, we might see him maybe in the back like 2-3 games. And similar to how Jalen Hurts came in that one year, where he played the back end before he ended up taking that full season. So that wouldn't shock me. So I hope, and I'm just saying, I'm being this more as a football fan. Like, Dable's not a bad coach, so I hope he does get the opportunity to actually develop Dart. If not, then that kind of sucks. I would low key feel bad for him on some real shit.
For me personally, if Jackson Dart starts if he starts more than 4 games, I think we've really messed up. I think he should be able to get through a season with Russell Wilson. All of them. Yeah, and just figure it out from there.
I agree with that.
I only should see him in a blowout or Week 18. There's no reason for him to play right now. Let him chill out. Let him learn. Let him develop. You know, you got two competent quarterbacks. As I said before, anything's better than Daniel Jones. But I will tell you this though. If Dable gets 4 wins and this team looks horrible, he's gone. He's out of a job.
For sure.
He's out of a job. But fellas, pick it up and kill it.
Okay, let's see here. We are done with the NFC East. We will roll on to the NFC North. The Chicago Bears. The ultimate question is more disappointment on the way, or have they finally figured it out? To me, this question, I'm assuming, revolves around Caleb Williams. Joey, I would think you would agree.
Think so, yeah.
Well,
This
honestly, look, they bring in Ben Johnson, who was the Houdini in the offense for Detroit.
Oh my God, it was great.
That was fucking beautiful. And the crazy thing is, it fits to how they're gonna almost run it. Look, they got 2 decent running backs in Swift and Johnson. Who, I'm not saying they're not Gibbs and fucking Montgomery. I'm not saying that by any means. But look at this. They like to run the 2 tight end. And guess what? They drafted Colston Loveland, and Cole Kmet is not a bad tight end either.
Yeah.
And one thing I totally forgot about. Look, I know they got DJ Moore still.
Yeah.
Him and look, Caleb and Roman Dunze probably had the best overall bond out of the whole team right now.
I would agree.
And then top of round 2, which I think it was a steal, they drafted Luther Burden.
Yeah.
Like, I love how Chicago's been drafting because, like, you get your franchise guy, you get him a future number 1, you still have DJ Moore, who's still good.
Yeah.
And then this past draft, hey, guess what? We arguably get one of the best tight ends in the draft outside of Warren. And then we get a guy who should have been a late first-round pick in the early second who could play the slot, which that was his bread and butter at Mizzou. The O-line is going to be a little bit of a question. They're still young, but they have gotten better. One thing, I don't know how long he's out for, but I saw he got hurt, was Jalen Johnson for Chicago. That was kind of a low blow type of extent, but I think this Bears offense is going to be a lot better, and I'm expecting definitely a more improved year from Caleb. I think he's going to have all the options in the world, the targets to give to. We're really going to see that running game open up. And that, I honestly think that division could be open. Like, if you tell me that Ben Johnson comes in Chicago, and let's say even Chicago makes a wild card, that's an improvement out there.
I could see him making a wild card.
can see
Ma,
it.
do you have any
Caleb
thoughts
Williams.
on the Bears and or just Caleb Williams as a whole?
I like Caleb Williams. I like him. Mar.
Hello.
Gabe's on here.
We're gonna move on to the next team. I got it right here in front of me, Joey. The Vikings question. Can JJ McCarthy lead this team to the promised land? It depends on what you determine to be the promised land. Joey, I think there's a legitimate chance this team can win the division this year.
I don't think so.
I think you're insane.
I'm a little torn on that, mainly due to the fact that, like, yes, before he got hurt, he was apparently locked in for QB1 over Darnold.
You mean last year?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt, he had the injury. Darnold came in, and everyone's like, man, Sam Darnold.
Well, he looked good.
Darnold. And what happened? Sam Darnold had the best year of his fucking career.
Yeah, and then choked in the playoffs.
He got paid. And that's what the Minnesota Vikings were already knowing. It's like, look, if we can see what a questionable Sam Darnold was doing, because his career was questionable before that season.
Yeah.
Look, McCarthy was looking cool during the preseason. I know everyone's saying, oh, but he may not be that good because how Michigan is just a run-first team. Yes, his accuracy was there. I had questions on his arm strength, but from what I've seen in preseason, the arm strength looked good from last year from what I saw. I didn't watch too much of preseason this year, so I wasn't too sure what he looked like in preseason so far. But the only thing is Naylor, I think, is hurt. Addison, I think he's going to miss a few games.
He's
like 4.
Suspended for 3 games.
Okay, 3. You still got Jay Jetta, so, you still got one of the top 3 wide receivers in the league. Hawks coming off an injury.
Yeah.
And I do have questions on the running backs. I think that committee is going to be Aaron Jones and I forget who the other running back. He's decent. But they might come like a more running back committee with that one. And to me, I still think they have a top 10 O-line. So that also benefits McCarthy. Defense. Their defense was all right.
Their defense was great last year. They had a top 10 defense in the league.
I'm actually curious how they're going to work McCarthy. This division is going to be very questionable to me because I've heard different sides of different angles to someone picking any of the 4 to win the division. Mm-hmm. And you hear the points out, I'm not going to argue because I think that's how the division could be.
For what it's worth, Gabe has the Vikings listed to miss the playoffs at -122.
Well, that means McCarthy's going to be in a learning year. It's possible.
Yeah, I don't hate it. The next team in the NFC North, we have. Oh, hang on. We have the Green Bay Packers. The question is who is wide receiver 1? My answer to you is I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Like, could it be Jalen Reed? Could it be Matthew Golden? Watson.
A lot of people are saying Matthew Golden had a really good training camp as a rookie.
Yeah, I think Golden definitely has the upside as a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
I know from this preseason he's been not talking about fantasy too much. He's been rising up a lot of boards due to preseason. And it all depends. Like, depends what Jordan Love we get. Because when Jordan Love is on, he can be a top 10 quarterback. But when Jordan Love is off, good Lord, Mother Mary Joseph, he is off. But they still got Josh Jacobs, who's a top 15 back. I like Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft's a low key underrated tight end, and I know him and Jordan Love's overall connection has been building when it comes to looking into the offense. And everyone keeps talking about Golden, Reed, Watson, even though he's hurt, Dobbs, whatever receiver else they got, Wicks. But to me, I think people are sleeping on fucking Tucker Kraft. And that's fine. Everyone's going to go receiver, look at the receiver. Tucker Kraft was balling last year, too. He had a good season.
Yeah. Xavier McKinney? Yeah, I believe so.
Xavier McKinney, it just depends on what Jordan Love we get this year. Like, Jordan Love wasn't terrible last year, but there was times where Jordan Love walked in the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. Jordan Love did not necessarily win them any games. I'm more curious to see what kind of a step Jordan Love takes, Joey.
Agreed.
Because he looked good for the most part last year. He just didn't look great, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on in the division. Is Gabe here? Gabe back yet? Or is he still kind
Yeah,
of...
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
My wireless headphones died, so I had to grab my other ones.
I think we're just missing one more team in that division.
Oh, yes, the Lions. Can they beat the Eagles? No. They cannot.
I mean, I think they can compete. I think they can seriously, my question is, look, they lost their offense and they lost their defensive coordinator. That's the question, what both sides are going to look like today. But the only thing, I'd say I'm more worried about the defense, because one thing I lose about the offense, and this is why I'm glad, they don't have, one of them, QBs who are, in between, rookie to, year 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Is they have a veteran QB in golf who can adjust.
I agree.
And they still got good pieces, and Amara, J-Mo, fucking that one rookie they drafted out of Arkansas who's actually looking like a good little deep threat.
Is that Isaac Tesla? Is that who it is?
Yeah, he's probably
he's good.
Of course, you still got the two-headed monster and Gibbs and Montgomery, but I do expect Gibbs to get more of the overall workload this year, into where Montgomery will still be the short yard back, potential, sometimes goal line. But like I said, I'm more curious about the defense. The defense got some good spots. Aiden Hutchinson will be coming back after the injury, which sucked because Aiden Hutchinson was on a good roll. And yeah, I think in terms on the defense, I think the Lions' offense is still going to put up points. I do, like I said, their secondary for the Lions are young, but they got a cool little pass rush. Just, I don't know, that's another scratch of the head. That's a type of division to where, if you told me in the NFC, in that division, if 2 or 3 teams possibly made a push for the playoffs, that wouldn't shock me. They did it last year. There was a push. It was Packers and the fucking Vikings. I think the Bears take a step up, so they're potentially going to be a potential overall 3-way in that division.
Yeah, I agree with you. Moving on to the NFC South. The Atlanta Falcons. In Michael Penix we trust? Question mark? Yes. Yes, absolutely. You look at the weapons they got over there with Bijan and Drake London and a little bit of a reemergence from Kyle Pitts when Michael Penix took over last year. This team's fun. I think the expectations are probably to push for a wild card spot if they can, and then hope to see growth from Penix in year 2.
And if they do make that wild card push, it's 2 reasons. One, Michael Penix does take that leap to be the first-year starter for them, and he does well. And 2, and this second one has been a problem for the Falcons, I want to say, for the last maybe 3 to 5 years. What's their pass rush going to be? Their secondary is not bad. They spend 2 first-round picks on edge rushers, per se. They got old boy from Georgia, Jalen Walker. And then they got my boy from Tennessee, James Pierce. They traded a first-round pick next year.
Yeah.
To move back
that's the James Pierce pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Falcons are making it clear that was our big issue. They got Grady Jarrett, which Grady Jarrett was good in the middle. But Grady Jarrett was one lonely-ass brother in the middle. And, look, now you're getting these 2 young pass rushers. Do I think both of them are going to merge right away? No. But for the love of God, maybe rookie year, let one of them hit.
Yeah.
And let the other one maybe, still do fine, at least good enough to at least do some production. Because, if they nail on both of these pass rushers right away, they can definitely push Tampa.
The next team in the South, is the Saints. The fuck going on over there?
Let's make it quick because I think they compete for a top 5 pick.
I think they'll hold the number 1 pick.
And not to get into that, but if they get the number 1 pick, they're going to be in a weird scenario because if they still have people in that front,
they'll have Spencer Rattler under contract still. They'll have Tyler Shuck under contract still.
They'll have But the one thing I'll notice, if they end up with the first pick, and depending on how, I'm not trying to get into a full draft scenario per se, but there'll be no weird scenario to where Garrett Nussmeier's dad is on the front.
Yes, he is. He's on the. He's in the Saints. Is he in the front office or is he on the coaching staff, Joey?
I think it's. I don't know if it's front office coaching staff. I know he's in that organization.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is where a big if is. I don't see this. I see more possible Nussmeier if he has that bomb year.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is where the scenario of number 2 is. If Arch Manning does come out, he would be playing for his
dad's old team, yeah. Oh, his
it's gonna be like, is it Arch? Is it Nussmeier? Is it, but I do think the Saints I'm not that high on them at all. We're really gonna see what. If I had to take a guess, I haven't heard who the starter is, but if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be Tyler Shaw.
That's what I heard too.
He had the better preseason out of the two. Only thing I'll say is I think depending on matchups, Tyler Shaw's gonna look all right.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of mad he went to the Saints. I was hoping he'd go to a better scenario.
Yeah, same.
Because he's an older prospect, which sucks. Because if he has one off year, people can be like, "Yo, bro, you're gonna just be a backup. You're like 25, 26."
Yeah,
same
seriously.
As Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Same year as Trevor Lawrence as your rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the best. Like, oh yeah, we spent a second round pick on a 25, 26-year-old, But if you're that good and you can really play into like your mid to late 30s, drafting a guy 25, 26. Yeah, but that's not my top thing. But yeah, I think the Saints are not going to beat all that this year. And I'll say this on my chest. I'm probably going to be parlaying against them a lot this year.
The Buccaneers, can they win the division? I would fucking hope so. Who else is going to fucking win it? The Falcons?
I think Falcons can compete with them at least early until they get more healthy because Godwin's going to be out a little bit. McMillan's going to be out.
Yeah, McMillan's out for a little while.
They still got Evans. People keep sleeping on Evans. I don't know why they do it every year. But everything, and I heard, at least when I look back at it then, I didn't understand it.
They also drafted, who the fuck is it from Ohio State? Emeka Ibuka, yeah.
But when I first saw that, I didn't understand it because I'm like, bro, you just repaid Godwin.
Yeah.
You got McMillan that you drafted out of round 2. You got Mike Evans, which who knows how long Mike Evans is going to play. It seemed like every year I'm like, did Mike Evans slow down? No, he still goes over 1,000 yards and probably scored 10 to 13 touchdowns. But
and then drops 3 passes that he should catch.
Yep, amen.
Yes, exactly. But that's rare. But then when he does it, Gabe has an over on the receptions and he fucking misses it by 1.
Yep.
But yeah, until I think that receiving core is fully healthy, I think Ibuka's gonna have a good little early run. But depends on how early. Cause so far it's just gonna be Evans. It's gonna be fucking Ibuka, and then Gabe's a little boo crush with tight end.
Kate Otten.
Cade's a little boo thing.
It's a shame I won't have to draft him this year.
Yeah. Wait. Well, I mean, you still can if you want to, for the hell of it.
I mean, I could put him in a flex spot, but
I mean that's not a bad late option. Just a hint, whoever does listen, if you're doing your draft still before the season, and you need a guy that's probably going to go later rounds, look, Baker Mayfield looks his way. That's all I'll say.
That's all I'll say. Listen,
his reception props were so fucking free last year.
People used to make fun of me when I used to put it in the write-up. It's 2.5 receptions.
Yeah.
Easy cash printer. Yep. Anyways, let's try to keep this pushing, fellas. We've been recording for the past 2.5 hours.
Hey, that's fine.
If you've been listening so far, we appreciate you.
Yeah, sir.
The NFL recap is always long.
Yeah.
And difficult.
But do you want me to keep going, or do you want to take it back over?
I got some here. Panthers. Can they finish at least 500? Let's get a simple yes or no. Just to keep this pushing.
Yes.
I hope so. For Bryce Young's sake, I hope so.
I like the receiving core, man.
Yeah.
That young receiving core is going to be... Look, you finally given Bryce Young weapons. You draft McMillan. You have Leggett, who's not bad. You have Coker, who was surprisingly all right last year in scenarios for them.
This is more than one word.
Sanders is okay. I think a lot of the looks going to go towards receivers primarily. But the only thing that I hate what the Panthers did They rushed Jonathan Brooks. There was no need for that, and they could have been like, if you did, I don't think he should have played last year. And you could have been like, whoa, we drafted Brooks last year. Well, Brooks didn't play, so he's primarily a rookie this year per se. You could have added him then with Chuba Hubbard, and yeah, I think there's a chance they can finish 500. Like that defense is good, especially when they were healthy. Derek Brown, a top 10 defensive tackle. They paid the fuck out of J.C. Horn, Horn, he's probably somewhere in the top 10 as a corner. Yeah, it all depends on Bryce Young. Like Bryce Young, he got benched, and everyone's like, even I said this, I was like, man, look, that whole Bryce Young experiment's done. The second he came in, he looked like a whole new player. And that's what you need for this new year. Now you actually surrounded him with proper weapons. You need to see the more upgraded version of Bryce Young, who you spend the number 1 pick on. This will be a make or break year for Bryce Young. If you tell me they finish 500 and just barely miss playoffs, he's safe. If you tell me they finish under 5 wins, yeah, Bryce Young, you better pack your bag, bro.
See, Wes. 49ers, is it time to rebuild? I'm going to go flat out and say yes.
Yes.
It might be about that time.
But I don't think Purdy's the issue. I'll say this right now. I know people hate it. I don't think Purdy's the issue. Ayuk's a drama queen, and I hate that bullshit. Ricky Pearsall, I think's all right.
They got rid of Debo, for what it's worth.
Yeah, they got rid of Debo. Kittle, he's like the guy that sticks around.
They need Christian McCaffrey to stay healthy, too.
You never know when McCaffrey's going to stay healthy.
Yeah.
But I do give them credit. One thing they did do, this past draft, they did rebuild their O-line. They got Mikael Williams, which I think that's going to be a good young pick. He can also develop next to Joey Bosa. So he can play inside, outside. So that's a great pick right there. The defense is still going to be a question, but it's also the overall health of the wide receivers. I know they've been having on and off injuries there. I have a feeling they slightly missed the playoffs, but I think they're gonna definitely compete in games though.
Okay. Moving on. Cardinals. Is this Kyler Murray's last go? Is it over?
Yeah, no. The reason I say no is because of the fact that you're hoping Marvin Harrison Jr. takes a step forward.
But the only thing I don't like about what happened there, they got Marvin. I'm cool with that. McBride, man, if you don't give that poor man a fucking touchdown for Christ's sake.
Oh, man.
I know how many times people played his touchdown prop and missed it. But his receptions were...
Did he have a touchdown all of last year?
I don't think he had one.
No, I think he got one. Because you know what happened? Every time he would get to the 1 yard line and get stopped.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Every year.
Yeah, Marvin, dude, you saw apparently Marvin Harrison added like 10 pounds of muscle.
Good.
Bro, you don't need to be DK Metcalf, bro. You were not fast like DK Metcalf, bro.
Marvin Harrison, I'm glad somebody said this. Marvin Harrison looked like he had Tim's on.
Yeah,
like he had the weak Tim's on, and he was running up and down the field. He looks he's. I felt like he needs to get skinnier.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Wait, I got a hot take for you before we move on. You ready?
Yeah.
If Marvin Harrison Jr.'s name was not Harrison Jr. and it was like Marvin Davis, is he still the first receiver pick? Because I had Malik Neighbors as my receiver 1.
Hell no.
If it wasn't for his last name, he wouldn't have been first receiver taken.
I don't even think he would have gone in the first round.
Honestly, I still had Rumadunze rated over him.
Listen here.
Yeah, that's fair now.
Yeah. Anyway, Seahawks. Can JSN
miss playoffs?
Yes. Can JSN become the elite wide receiver?
He already is. Stop it. He already is. Stop it.
No,
I'm talking about like his first true year as a wide receiver 1 though. Like last year they still had Lockett. They still had Metcalf. Metcalf was still listed ideally as a receiver 1. JSN was
he will be by the end of the season. I think Cooper Kupp can teach him a thing or two as well.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp will definitely help him with especially overall route running. Even though JSN was still a freaky ass route runner. I think JSN will finish as a top 12 wide receiver.
Yeah.
As he should.
Fair. Moving on. Last team. Excuse me. In the NFC West, and the last team we will talk about today The Rams. They are everybody's dark horse for the Super Bowl, and they actually do it.
No.
As long as I'll say this right now.
No.
Welcome back, Mark.
Yeah, it took you
I
fucking
think they can
long
win the
enough.
division. I think they can win the division if Stafford's healthy.
Yeah, I was literally finna say
But that defense is fucking filthy. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, Jared Verse wasn't gonna be all that," and look what that motherfucker did. Jared Verse was a fucking baller.
Chris Henry Jr. is actually disgusting.
And look, they rebuilt that defense. And the crazy thing is, if you look at that overall defense, in this past year alone, they got Byron Young from I forget who the hell they traded him for. I think it was Seattle. They got fucking both boys from Florida State and which contributed their rookie year in Fisk and fucking old boy who won defensive rookie. They got Devon Witherspoon, who's still a young upcoming corner. They drafted old boy from South Carolina, Nick Amaware, which they're moving him all over the fucking place. On
You're talking about no. Even Wally's in Seattle, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Seattle. Yeah, the Rams. I know they re-signed Kyron.
Yes.
But I have a feeling they're not going to give him the full-on workload similar to last year. We're going to see a little bit more of like Corum. We're going to see. I think they're going to mix it up a little bit on Kyron, but I think Kyron is still definitely going to produce some good numbers. And they got Devontae Smith. People keep thinking, "Oh, Devontae." Look, you get Devontae an actual quarterback and give him the fucking ball. It's going to be like DMX, motherfucker. Y'all must have forgot because that motherfucker can still play.
I think when it comes to them, it's going to come down to the health of Matthew Stafford.
Amen.
Yes.
If Stafford stays healthy, I could see them winning the West.
Yeah, same.
I
agree.
They got the offense. They got the defense. I think they can do it. And, and they're a sneaky play to make it out the NFC if everything goes correct.
Mm-hmm.
Will they do it? Probably not. But we shall see. All right, so we're gonna do a quick little rapid fire. Obviously you guys been talking. We're gonna talk about props that we like, props we don't like. We're gonna go through award winners, division winners to make miss playoffs.
We're gonna have to
Super Bowl
rapid
winners.
fire this fucking thing.
Yes. Is there any prop that anyone likes? A season-long prop that anyone likes?
Ooh.
I'll name you one.
What do you have?
I'll name you one. It's in the write-up. If
Yeah,
you join
I
the
gotta
Discord.
get to the write-up, dipshit.
If you joined the Discord, you could have it.
I'm in the Discord. I just gotta get to what I need to get to. Your props are in your channel? They're in the NFL channel. They're in the NFL
There is
channel.
it.
I'll tell you what I like. Give me the 49ers to miss the playoffs at plus 164. Are we talking player? Are we talking just strictly player props right now?
Either or. It's gonna come.
I have a sneaky player prop.
Ooh, Joey, Gabe, I kind of disagree with you. For Tedero McMillan's under receiving yards, I think he might actually have a decent year.
I'm
My
gonna.
sneaky one. I don't know what the odds are. I'm gonna be real. But now is an upgrade in this team per se. I think there's a chance. I don't know what the line is, but I think there's a chance that if he stays healthy, plays every game, I think Malik Neighbors could finish wide receiver 1.
You mean for like receiving yards? I
think, especially at least for receptions, like they're gonna pepper the living shit out of him.
Gabe, what do you like?
One of the top receivers.
There's a prop that I like. Lamar Jackson over 3.5 rushing touchdowns.
That's it for the season?
That's it.
That's crazy. What's it at?
I play his rushing touchdown prop every fucking game.
I feel like it was at minus 114. I plan on hammering that next week. I don't know how that's so low. Another one that I do like. I really like this a lot, and I was surprised it was so low. But where is it? It just slipped.
What?
Jahmyr Gibbs over rushing.
Oh, 1,075?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him going over.
But I personally, I like Lamar over 3.5 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, easy.
I'll give out my rookie of the year.
Who do you got?
I'll give it up for both sides, honestly. The defense, I'm not gonna lie. I think the defense is gonna be chalk. I think it's gonna be Abdul Carter for defense.
Yeah.
Offense, I'm not gonna pull no chalk. I'm not gonna say Janty. This guy's gonna get the early rook. He's gonna be RB1 for them, and he does what I think he can do. I know they signed another running back, but if he does what I think he can do, that other running back's gonna be like, oh fuck, I can't believe I came here. I think the sleeper offensive rookie of the year is gonna be Omarion Hampton.
Okay.
And that's at plus 850.
Is there any player that anyone likes for MVP, offense player of the year, defensive player of the year?
I like.
Perfect timing. I love it.
Okay, go. Because we're trying to wrap this thing in like 20 minutes.
MVP, I mean, I don't know. Lamar Jackson.
Fair.
I think last year, this definitely should have been his third. This year will definitely more than likely be his third. Offensive player of the year, granted, I think with healthy Joe Burrow, I'm gunning for Jamar Chase as offensive player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I don't hate that.
Triple crown last year, even with the injuries and the broken team that he had, still triple crown last year. Finished as receiver 1 in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, who's doing it better than Jamar Chase right now at the receiver position? I really think there's a lot coming close, if not, better.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive player of the year?
DJ Watt.
No.
I know mine.
No.
I want to see if Mark says it though.
I say Pat Surtain goes back to back.
Oh, I like that. That's a sneaky
I
play.
say he goes back to back. He's the best corner in the league right now.
Amen.
Whether you agree or not, he's the best corner in the league. It is no doubt. You can look at the film, you can look at the tape, you can look at what he does, the impact that he brings on the game. Pat Surtain, I got him going back to back.
So you got back to back. I got one guy who I'm going to name for 2 awards. It's going to be for Defensive Player of the Year and comeback, Aiden Hutchinson.
I like that.
His comeback Player of the Year is at plus 260. His Defensive Player is plus 7.
Wow.
I'm still standing on Pat Surtain.
No, that's not a bad. That's not a bad.
Now, comeback of the year for sure, Aiden Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, I won't argue with him.
Offensive rookie of the year. I mean,
I said Omarion. I think he's gonna get a lot of touches.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't hate that.
Don't be surprised if they try to give it to Travis Hunter.
No, stop. I'm not touching that with a 30,000-foot pole.
Unless you told me right away he was gonna be receiver from day one, not touch defense, then you might persuade me a little bit. But I'm not touching a guy who is gonna be like probably, depending on the matchup, like 60-40, 60-40, 70-30 through each week. No, if you tell me he is a pure wide receiver alone, then, we can have that debate. Till then, I'm not, no.
Let's keep this kind of pushing a little bit. Division winner. Name one team that you like.
Eagles.
Besides the team that you support.
Captain Obvious
okay,
dipshit.
my sleeper team, Chicago Bears.
Detroit. Fuck no. Fuck no.
Fuck no. Crazy. That's some type of shit that, like, let's say it happens, right? Ben Johnson's currently the leader to win AP Coach of the Year at plus 650.
And guess what? Fuck
It's
no.
possible.
It's not happening. What the fuck?
Hell no.
Detroit to win the North. 100%. I'm with that. Detroit and then Baltimore. Both of them win.
I like Baltimore more than I like Detroit.
Shit. I'm on Detroit for sure.
Gabe, you have to make him miss the playoffs.
Let me division winner.
Oh yeah.
Give me the Ravens.
I thought you were gonna say the Giants.
To miss the playoffs. This is a tough one. Tough one. Give me 49ers to miss the playoffs.
That's fair.
Give me the
I
49ers
respect
to miss
it.
the playoffs. And Super Bowl winner prediction.
I have a make the playoff. I have a miss the playoffs that I like too. I actually do really like the Bengals to miss the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mar, before you say your Super Bowl, I think we're gonna have the same one. I really do feel me and Mar's gonna have the same Super Bowl.
I'm for the Super Bowl. I'm going Eagles. They're going back to back.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Mar, if you're here, I'm gonna try to say it. Say yes or no if it's right. Eagles over Ravens. Yep, I fucking knew it.
Get the fuck out my head! Fuck!
Get out of my head!
Hey.
I knew it.
Fuck you, Discord. Let me post Spider.
Yeah, what's up, Zach?
How y'all doing, dude?
Hello.
Oh, yo, this is newest Discord member Zach in the motherfucking building.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we're just recording an episode. You're good, bro.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good, bro. You straight. You good.
Um.
You have any predictions for who you think's gonna win, like MVP or division winners or anything?
I do not actually know right now. I need to do more research.
Word.
I just started doing my research today.
There you go.
I felt that, brother. But yeah, you're always welcome. We're in the Discords, bro. So if you ever want to VC with somebody, we always talking about bets and everything else, bro. Just feel free.
Yeah. Also, I'm working on that GIF issue. I don't know why it's giving you that. I'm working on that. But all right.
Wait.
But Mar, close us out this pod real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has always been and always will be a pleasure to give you another one of these podcast episodes. Fab Five Bettors Podcast, presented by the Fab Five Bettors Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, please join the Discord. It is free. We don't charge. All that good stuff. We sit here, talk shit, have a good time, and watch sports together and bet on sports together. It's the ultimate hangout place for everybody that likes sports and everybody that likes to bet on sports. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. If you're not already following us on Twitter,
Follow Mar on Twitch. Follow Mar on Twitch.
Follow me on Twitch. I will be streaming our fantasy football draft.
You might not be the only one that streams the fantasy football draft.
Ooh.
I might have to have some fun with it.
So I will be streaming the fantasy football draft next Saturday. So
8 o'clock Eastern, Gabe?
8
Yeah,
o'clock
8 o'clock
Eastern.
So 10, as we all know, it's a 10-man PPR. It's a little different this year. We got rid of some positions, add some flexes.
Yeah.
We made it interesting. The punishment is a really simple one. You got to create a PowerPoint of the fantasy football season and why your team sucked. So that should be really fun.
I love that.
It should be really fun. I like the people who we got in the league. I definitely could tell who knows ball. Hopefully that makes for a very intriguing draft. I know somebody's gonna ask. Well, look, they released the 3-hour podcast. We ain't seen it for 2 months.
Hey,
Listen,
I'm gonna, once we're done here, I'm gonna hack my work computer and just take this thing and chop it down a little bit too.
Also, as far as content is concerned, the podcast, that might be more of when there's something going on and there's something for us to really talk about.
We should do, you know what our next podcast could be?
What?
MLB postseason preview.
When there's something really to talk about, we'll talk about it. Because one of the things I realize is when we do the weekly Twitter Spaces,
Yeah.
Moneymaker Sunday, all that good stuff. It's kind of becoming repetitive, and there was a lot content-wise to do.
Yeah.
Especially you got Joey who does his stuff with Pub. I might do the occasional video for them once in a blue moon, like sending stuff. Everybody got a life here. So we're trying to make it easy. So starting next week, the college football preview show should be coming back with Ryan and friends.
Yeah.
You all What time are you looking to do it?
Game start at noon. I'm probably gonna do Joey. Does 11 work for you tomorrow on next week?
Yeah, it's more like 10:30, 11.
10:30. We'll shoot for a 10:30 start time.
Okay, fair enough. And as you all know, NFL Moneymaker Sunday. But we moved it up. We moved it up to 10 last year, right?
For what? Moneymaker Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we would talk forever and we'd miss stuff.
Yeah, so Moneymaker Sunday, that will be coming back. That'll be coming back this upcoming Sunday. No, I will not be doing. No, I will not be releasing write-ups for Thursday and Monday night games.
No, I don't blame you.
It's just it's too much.
It's also just kind of a, I don't want to say a waste, but
it's kind of a drag. We're kind of gonna remodel. We're kind of gonna do a little different this year. Well, I don't know how we're gonna. I'm still trying to work it out. I'm trying to make money. I want to make Moneymaker Sunday last an hour. That is the goal. If I can make it last an hour, that would be the goal. But as the plan, Moneymaker Sunday, we'll be making this return next week, Sunday, 10 o'clock. No, not 10 o'clock, but you know,
whenever.
The first NFL stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever. It's draft next week. That will probably be an episode, and probably we will reconvene once MLB playoffs starts for the next podcast. So you will be getting less podcasts as before. We used to release one every week, but you'll be getting longer podcasts. So, anyways, Mark, close us out. We've been recording for 3.5 hours, and I want to eat.
Yeah, I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, like I said, it's always a privilege and always an honor to give you these podcast episodes. As Gabe said, less podcasts this time around, because granted, having to talk about something every fucking week is very exhausting and it gets very repetitive. So sometimes we just don't know what the fuck to talk about. So there's just that. But join the Discord if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter. Draft will be streamed next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So please do not be late. We are not bullshitting. Other than that,
yeah, if you're not there for the draft, we'll start without you.
Yeah, literally, like quite literally. I can't lie. But other than that, love, peace, and hair grease. Say your prayers. Eat your veggies. Take your vitamins, and have a good night. And God bless America.